It's not great.
What did I?
That's Madison prices though.
Ow, my head hurts.
Milwaukee's a lot cheaper.
House moon.
Imagine having one of those.
I'm sure houses are a lot cheaper in Canada.
Yeah, actually.
Depends where you are.
I was gonna say, well, not Vancouver, they're not.
Actually, existing was a lot cheaper in Canada.
Vancouver's existence is like, hey, you are either rich or homeless, probably. Like,
Yeah,
So they have so many homeless people if you're
like
just driving around downtown.
it's kind of
crazy.
insane.
Yeah, it's like most of America. Yeah, it's us.
Wait, that's where America's going. They're eliminating the middle class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know,
Madison
the
is
whole fucking-
basically broke people and rich people and nothing else. It's, you know, people who own hotels and drive Bentleys and people who live in a one-bedroom apartment and don't have a car.
Sheesh.
This is basically what America's doing now.
What were you saying? I'm not clicking that video.
It's just the voice actor who plays Gumball in The Amazing World of Gumball going, I will eliminate the middle class.
Of course.
Is he doing like the
He's doing the voice.
paid voice line thing?
No,
where that came from?
this
No, he's
was
just
back
a
during
Chad.
the fucking like a year and a half ago when a bunch of YouTubers got together and did like a Minecraft server with like whatever the the Call Me Carson SMP or whatever it was. I don't really know much about it. I just know the memes that came out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the KFC dome where Obama was banned. I saw that the other day and that made me laugh.
The fuck?
One of them he made a giant KFC dome and he banned Obama.
2 out of 3 of the hosts are just fucking Minecraft YouTuber simps now. What are you gonna do?
What? I've just seen like the animated clips. What are you on about?
Wait, you
2
watch
out of
Dream
3,
too now?
Which one isn't?
Oh, I'm not.
Neff just fucking left.
I'm too tired of you.
Yeah.
Nep, you watch Dream now too?
No, never. I would rather die.
Sag.
Wait, who here has
I'd rather
played
watch
Final
Dream, I
Fantasy IX?
I have not.
Played most of it.
I've heard it's really good though.
So there's a fucking annoying mini game at the start of the game, the little sword fight mini game.
Mm-hmm. It's been a while since I played it, so I don't really.
If you do
Wait,
it
what am I
perfect,
missing out on? What's going on? I'm sorry, I completely
if
zoned
you
out.
do it absolutely perfect, you get 10,000 gil.
Mm-hmm.
If you do less than perfect, you get like 500.
What the
So I did this morning.
Dope.
What game is this? I feel like I've played this.
FF9.
FF9
I've
is
played
really good.
I've played
There's-
9 like once.
There's one part in the game that it kind of just made me mad, and I just stopped playing, and then I never went back.
Yeah, that's
So true.
like most Final Fantasies. There's something annoying everywhere.
It wasn't even like a gameplay mechanic, but have you played it before? I don't want to spoil anything.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you've played it? Do you know, so when
Okay.
at the point where you pick your party members?
In the
Yeah,
start
at that
disc.
point, I was like, I liked how they did it, where you were going back and forth between different party members, like their different perspectives, and then at that point, you
Yeah,
just
actually-
have to pick your party members. I really didn't like that.
I actually agree with that, yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's a lot better in the early game, first 2 discs, where
Yeah.
there's a lot more narrative control because they
Mhm.
know who's in the party at any given time.
Yeah.
With the exception of like Aiko or Amarant coming with you to the tree at the end
Yeah.
of disc 2. That's the only time you get to pick a party member in the first 2 discs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I liked how it
And
was
then disc
done.
3 is just like, hey, you know, pick whatever party you want for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I like how Divinity. I'm sorry, go ahead.
They just can't control who's in your party, so it feels like
Yeah.
every character gets a lot less development after that point.
Yeah, after that.
I like how Divinity handles multiple party members. So if none of you guys have played Divinity, you can select a party of 4, and it can either be comprised of any amount of create a character, like original characters, or a set of 6 different characters. And those characters have predetermined answers to things. They have less variance in their choices when they're responding to things, because they're characters, and they have their side quests and stuff they can go on that develop them. But if you have a original character, you can just skip their side quests. You can just continue on the main quest and ignore them. And then all of their development and stuff is relegated to those. And if you've played Fallout games, the older ones and the newer ones, you can talk to your party members, and it'll open new trees of dialogue depending on where you are in the story. They do that too, and there's even a reputation system. It's cool. It's really
So you can escort people basically.
Well, actually, I don't know about that, but I did sleep with the Red King in my current playthrough of Divinity because I was random clicking answers because I was trying to get through a conversation I'd already been in, and I looked back up and we were sleeping together, and it was fucking hilarious.
As supported.
That's basically the party system that Wasteland 2 and 3 use, more or less.
I gotta play those games.
Are we recording? We are?
Hey, are we?
Yeah.
When did you start?
Are we going?
Dude, have you... Okay. Now, these two have been in fucking every episode, Derfle. Have you seen any of the episodes before?
I saw the first one.
Yeah, they literally all start just at a random point. We're just talking. I'm just I'm gonna hit record now.
Yeah, but I have only seen the first one. I don't really have time for podcasts. I work 50 to 60 hours a week.
That's fucked up.
See, what's nice about what I do is I can listen to podcasts while I work.
I can't.
I'm the boss. Who's gonna tell me otherwise?
You know what? Fair enough.
And I usually work completely solo, so it doesn't matter.
Although, you know what? I make just as much money as you, and I'm the cashier.
That's true, and that pisses me off.
Damn, that's kind of fucked up.
Especially because I live in an expensive place to live in. I live in
you guys are
Florida.
Different states have different wages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Wisconsin has one of the lowest minimum wages in the country.
I think Florida's pretty down there too. Yeah, Florida. I think Florida's $7.45.
Oh my god. That's literally not.
But no one I know is being actually paid minimum wage right now. Right.
Yeah.
Florida's actually went up, so it's $8.56 now.
Oh wow. Ours is still $7.65 or whatever.
Damn. What the fuck? That literally why?
And then you got the best part. If you get tips, if you're delivery driver or a waiter,
you're allowed to be paid under minimum wage.
Oh, significantly, in fact.
Yeah,
all the way down to $2.13, which is the minimum wage in tip jobs.
Yep.
That's messed up.
Could you imagine making $10
an hour? What?
And then on top of that,
an hour?
And then on top of that, they can tax you for the tips you make.
Mm-hmm. They can. Most jobs won't, but they can.
Yeah. So not only do you make tips, but then they tax you. I think the jobs where they require you to give tips through card is because so they can keep track of and tax the waiters. It's messed up.
We're not allowed to take tips through card. We're also not technically a tipped job, but we do take a lot of cash tips.
Yeah. Literally all the cash in my wallet's just tips.
I have $50 in ones sitting on the kitchen counter. It's all
one
tips.
nice thing about working solo and constantly looking tired is people give me money now when they see me working. And they're like,
what? Fair.
I mean, I work 6 days a week, so all our regulars constantly see me, and I'm always the only ever person.
Yeah,
I got no sleep. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm always the only
the only person working.
There you go. Thank you. I need the other
I know what
American
you're
to back
talking
me
about.
up.
And I'm the only person anyone ever sees, more or less, on nights. Because there's usually one or two people making food, and then me doing everything else.
Yeah.
Because our food's quite a bit more intensive than McDonald's, I think.
For what?
I don't know when they
Making
throw
the
when they order 40 fucking biscuits and get mad when they don't have it in 4 minutes.
Biscuits?
It'd be like
we have
this.
that.
The hell?
We have plenty of that too.
Yeah, this shit's aggravating.
You have biscuits at your McDonald's?
We have
Yeah,
biscuits at every McDonald's.
yeah,
What?
it's a breakfast
I've never seen a
menu
biscuit
item.
at McDonald's.
I haven't either. It's not in
They're like one of
Canada.
It's one of the few things that's actually worth eating.
Is this an American thing?
Chicken.
Maybe.
nuggets.
Oh, I can tell you what's an American thing. We have biscuits and gravy.
I can tell you what's an American thing. We don't have Cheetos. We do in Canada.
You know what? Based.
We have Cheetos. There's Cheetos here.
No.
Oh,
Taco
you're-
Bell has
okay.
Cheetos in Canada.
That's kind of based.
Fucking. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say
What?
it. Cheetos suck.
Yeah,
No.
Cheetos are kind of
No.
trash.
Like I fucking
I think
hate
they're
Cheetos, honestly.
Decent.
I ate them
They're
so
fine.
much as a kid. I can't fucking stand them anymore. They're so
They're
gross.
fine. Calm down.
Never.
I think I have to be in the mood for them.
I'm- yeah, me too, but I'm
You-
never in the mood for them.
You know, it's a good snack when you have to be in the right mood for it.
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood. That's a little bit much right now. It's
Yeah.
not a good feeling for a snack.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah,
other
I
chips
was-
that I could eat at like any time, but Cheetos I couldn't do that.
Doritos. Doritos are gamer god epic sauce chip. Smell.
Yeah, jalapeno and sweet chili heat and Cool
Can you do me
Ranch.
a quick favor?
Those are
Can you
my
do me a
three
quick favor?
Oh
favorites.
no,
Can you give
Cool
me-
Ranch.
Can you give me mod
Cool
status
Ranch,
above
dude.
you so I can ban you
Me?
for saying Doritos are anything better than atrocious?
You're cringe.
Jesus.
I hate
I don't think
them. I
regular
can't
Doritos are that
stand-
great.
I love nacho cheese and zesty cheese. Oh, America doesn't have zesty cheese Doritos. I forgot. Oh my god.
We don't have a lot of
I
things,
tried that.
to be fair.
You've never tried zesty
You also
cheese?
don't have some of our things.
No, I've never tried that.
It's the orange bag.
Yeah, I know.
We
it's
also,
a
okay,
little-
let
What the
me
hell?
drop some knowledge on you. We
Yeah.
also don't have Coffee Crunch, Coffee Crisp.
Oh,
whatever
Coffee
it's called.
Crisp is like top tier
What the
chocolate.
fuck is that? What is
It's
that?
it's a
Or
chocolate bar
Arrow.
that tastes like coffee, kind of. It's got like a coffee.
We also don't have
taste to it.
Arrow.
You don't have Arrow? Arrow's alright.
Girls were.
We don't have the
alright.
same Smarties as you.
I've never
Yeah,
seen
you
this
guys
before.
have you
We
guys
have
have
way-
weird Smarties. Okay, you know our Rockets?
Rockets,
ones?
yeah, it's Rockets.
Yeah.
So you guys don't have like the chocolate Smarties at all? They're kind of like M&Ms, but they're not really the same.
No, we don't have chocolate Smarties. We had them for a while. I forgot what they called them. But they were discontinued
Rockets.
like a decade ago. We didn't call them Rockets.
They swap the names.
That'd be fun.
They're
Probably
called
called them
Dot something.
shite
I don't
ass
remember
is
what
what
it. They had a
they were.
weird name, but they were basically Canadian Smarties.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we don't have them anymore. We don't need any more Canadians over here.
Listen, man. Shut
Okay.
up.
I have to deal with enough Canadian on the podcast every week and hanging out with you guys outside of the podcast.
So
I can't
true,
handle any
Luffy.
more of it.
So true.
I hate you. I'm too tired for this.
Jesus, that's aggressive. At least you got an American backing you up this time.
Yeah, dude. Not last week, but the week before, I was cornered. There were 3 Canadians. To be fair,
A
to be fair,
third Canadian.
I'm steadily converting Kamui to being anti-Canadian. I'm turning Kamui into a race traitor.
Now listen.
Yeah.
God. I don't know how you manage that, but alright.
Listen, my hate for Canadians is so
Yeah.
powerful that it just infects the people around me.
It's
Fair
impressive.
enough.
Although, you know, I'm going to be a Canadian, so.
Ooh.
Don't worry, I'll block you when you cross the border.
God.
I always thought you were Canadian. You got a Canadian vibe.
That hurts. That hurts everything about me.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought he was Canadian too the
All
first
right,
time.
I guess I
talked
might as well tell the
Yeah,
story.
Nap, I thought you were Canadian. I'm just kidding. I never thought you were Canadian.
I should tell the funny Canadian story.
Mhm.
And so, high school, 12th grade, we have to do a project on a country. We have to go through our main imports and exports and partial history of the country for our government class. Easiest project I've ever done. I didn't do the project. So, 15 minutes before I had to go up, I very quickly jotted down a country idea, starting with the flag, because if you did the flag, you got extra credit. I just did the Canadian flag, and then I put a circle and an X through it. With the anti-Canadian coalition. I forget what the backstory was, but essentially it was just a bunch of people who hated Canada rose up against Canada and then made Canadians salt miners, and that was our main export, was Canadian labor.
What the fuck?
You want to know the funniest part?
You got? Oh, didn't you get like a fucking?
I got a
good
98 on that.
That's madness.
The only reason I didn't get 100 is because of Canadian racism. that is about
Imagine
Canada.
docking a whole 2
8%.
marks.
I know, right?
Imagine being like, oh, you
You
deserve
don't-
2 less marks because this is blatant racism.
The best part is, I had to bullshit my way with a blank piece of paper with like 2 lines of writing on it for 15 minutes. I spent 15 minutes talking about the anti-Canadian coalition and how if every citizen had their blood tested, and if they were above 3% Canadian, they were sent to the mines.
The fuck?
Dude, that was my plan in junior high school one time. I just had a blank piece of paper, but then the teacher was like, "Can you give me your notes after?" And I was like, "What the fuck?"
My teacher said the same thing, and then I just didn't, and she never brought it up again. I think
Yeah, I was like,
That's
okay.
That's pretty awesome, TBH.
She was amazing. My government and economics teacher, literally the best.
Fair enough.
I remember one time she put on a video for a curriculum, and she stopped it like every 3 minutes. Was like, "No, this is wrong. This is objectively incorrect. Why are we showing this to students?" What's up?
I said, I wish we had history. I wish we had history teachers.
My history teacher was great. He just had to teach, and he was like, "Okay, we're gonna teach you stuff off curriculum today because you're ahead, but also we don't get to teach you any of the good stuff." So he would like skim through the important stuff, and then he'd be like, "Yeah, we have to teach you all this lame stuff now about this one oil baron who never did anything about his life with his life, but he gave the country money years ago, so we're gonna talk about him."
Damn.
Yep.
Oh, I feel so much better with a cup of coffee in my stomach.
Coffee just makes me very, very volatile.
It makes me warm, but that might just be because the coffee's too hot.
Warm. Oh my god.
Makes
When I
me
say
want to
volatile, I don't mean angry. Let me put it that way.
makes me want to use hand axes in FE6.
Pain, pain.
That's a constant state of mind. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I buy hand axes, so many
Chapter
hand
6.
axes in FE6.
I like
I don't
60
know.
hand axes.
Yeah,
A lot of people are like, Chapter 6 is one of the only acceptable times to use a hand axe, but I am a hand axe loyalist. I will use hand axes for the entire game. Fuck you.
Thinking about Jimmy Effie.
Yeah, attacking
S
myrmidons
rank,
with hand axes.
S rank axe Marcus. I love that.
I mean, that's just optimal.
So
Jimmy
true.
FE is the king. Big shout outs to the greatest FE content creator.
It's so optimal, they made it unironically optimal in the next game. That's how
Yeah, I know, right?
Pain.
Well, it is optimal to use Wade and then attack myrmidons with a hand axe because they
Yeah.
can't counter him, right?
Yeah.
So
What if you wanted
To
to
be
attack
fair-
a mercenary with a hand axe, and Lot said, "I have 64 hit."
So true.
does he have 64 hit?
Fair. One time,
I don't
when
know.
when I was doing the no promotions run of FE6, I did grind Bartray to S axes on the Killing Edge Merm in 12X with a hand axe.
Jeez.
Oh yeah,
That was a
'cause,
dire run. That
I
was a
forgot.
dire run.
FE6 works like fucking FE6, 7, and 8 work like the what are they called? I'm having a brain moment. It works
really
like
are.
it works like DS Emblem, where as long as you enter combat, you get weaponry.
No.
Right?
Oh, yes.
You have to hit?
No.
No, it's
You have
it's
to
one-
attack.
Yeah.
You don't have to hit, but you have to attack.
Okay,
Okay.
what's cool about DS Emblem is as long as you enter
Yeah, you get a
combat.
flat 1 weapon XP when you enter combat, regardless
Yeah.
of whether you can even counter.
So
if you
I
Really?
remember.
So if you're getting chipped at like 2 range, you're still gaining X rank?
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
I got. If you remember Conchu, I was doing a Arcanea Boars. What is his name? Doga. I was doing a Doga
Oh,
solo
Drought.
on hard 3. I was doing a Doga solo on hard 3, and I had to break the hand axe for the third boss on chapter 3 or whatever. These guys couldn't beat him. So by the time I finished, I had B lances, and then by the end of chapter 5, I had A lances.
Oh,
That's based.
that's hot. But the no promotions run was so dire that I was rigging levels all over the place,
Imagine not regularly rigging levels.
which led to this.
Oh, he's a king. I love him. I love Zelda, dude.
Yo, my god. He's crazy.
He was
He's
so good.
What the hell?
Breaking Hyman's hand axe is so painful, man.
Breaking.
Breaking
That's a
Hyman's
word.
is so painful.
Dude,
I was trying to take it
I get
specifically
so
away
annoyed.
from that, but you can go there.
Easy joke. I hate it. Why did they name him that?
Hyman.
Why
You know,
do
his
we
name is
break
what,
the
Rainer?
Hyman every time we go through?
Not even
Mhm.
His
not
name's
even
like
the best
Rainer or
boss
something
name.
in the
Not
European version, which
Not
is
even
better.
the
Yeah,
best
I'm-
boss name. It's not
Well,
even
Monkey is
Gomer.
the best.
Gomer's the best.
Monkey
I'm
is
a
the
big
best
fan.
one.
Okay, actually, yeah, Monkey is the best.
I'm a big fan personally of Robert.
Robert.
There's tons of bad boss names.
I love bosses.
Yes, FE and FE6.
I think my favorite bad boss name is Mediu. Like, why would you name someone that?
Mediu?
No, I
He's
get
part
it.
of the Camus family.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch you, dude. I fucking hate
No, let me do it.
Camus, dude.
Dude, I always say Gradavu now. That's
Yeah,
even
Gradavu, so good.
Oh, I hate it.
My
hate it,
my
hate it.
favorite though is I've started unironically saying Siriu.
That one is cringe.
It's so fucking funny.
Speaking of serious, I love his official art for FE3. The
Yeah,
jazz
it's
hands.
really
Damn.
Can I
It's
just
so
talk about
goofy.
how bad some of the old translation names are?
Yeah.
Because I was using Serenus Forest to look at boss stats for FE6 earlier, because I was playing the boss emblem hack.
Yeah.
And why does Serenus still have Sigyun as Sigourney?
Wait, run that by me again?
Sigourney?
Hit me with that again?
Sigyun's name on Serenus Forest is Sigourney.
I hate Serenus. I'm going back to the White Wiki. I'm going back to the White Wiki.
Oh god. Yeah,
Don't do that.
Show the podcast. Show the podcast.
So,
Oh,
Kasher,
man. Yeah.
humanity. Monkey.
Oh, are you like sending something?
Humanity. Monkey.
Sending official.
I love
It
that.
also has a ton of
for
other
you.
random
I
old
love
names.
this name.
Like, it has Legance as Raygans. That's great.
Wait,
Flare as Freya.
Oh wow.
Wraith is Rice. That's fun. Arcardo is Alucard.
Like Alucard, like Dracula backwards.
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Oh my fucking god. I see what you did, FE3.
Dude,
What?
Oh my-
dude is spelled with an OU and one N instead of
Oh, rude.
IDUNN.
Oh,
which is
oh,
horrible.
dude. Yeah.
Okay, so I like Gundam, right? Like I like Gundam quite a bit. I haven't watched all of it.
Nerd.
Sirius is just Char from Gundam. Look, hold up.
I
Let
think
me
you might
see.
be the only person who knows anything about Gundam here.
So
I
true.
used to watch. I
What?
used to watch
That's
so
Captain
much
Falcon. What are
Gundam.
you talking about?
Disconnect.
It's
But
Captain
no.
Falcon. Okay, that one doesn't really look like him actually.
So he's got this. He's got a very similar coat to Char's old coat, with a long red with the gold. He's got a similar mask to Char, and he's got the long blonde hair that Char has.
I guess.
Fucking, I never noticed that. I was just looking at the art, and I'm like, I've seen this man before. Where have I?
In that last one, he looks like it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
sure.
Char with
That's
his helmet.
That's pretty close, yeah.
There's a couple other characters in Gundam that look like Char because they're references to him. Because Gundam has a whole bunch of different universes. But that's really fucking cool. I can't believe I just noticed that. I hate myself. And I call myself a Gundam fan. I really am not, though.
Can't wait for Heroes to add Sirius, but they with a mask.
They already
call,
did, though.
No, they call him Sirius and they add him without.
Why wouldn't
the
they
mask.
just like call him Zeke or something, or
Zeke?
Camus?
What do you mean Zeke? What the fuck?
What?
Well,
What do
Zeke
you
is his
mean?
name, and Zeke is his name in fucking Valencia.
The bad games.
Yeah.
He's in those games.
Yeah, his name is he gets renamed to Ezekiel. Which I hate the fact that they shortened it to Zeke because Ezekiel is a banger name and Zeke is lame.
Yeah, Ezekiel is a lot cooler.
It's so cool.
No offense to the Zeeks out there. I think Zeke's a fine name.
Yeah, Zeke's a cool name, but like Ezekiel's just like one tier up.
Cool. More
Yeah.
I'd say more
you know
than
what,
one tier.
Do you know what Camus' growths in BSFE are?
No.
All I know about Camus and BSFE is his portrait is amazing. It's the best he's ever looked.
Oh yeah, it looks
90
so
HP, 60 strength, 60 skill, 60 speed, 60 luck, 60 weapon level, 60 defense, 60 fucking res.
Let's go, Camus!
Every unit in FE3 has a 3% res growth. Camus has a 60% res growth, and BSFE uses FE3 growths.
Oh wow. Oh, so those are his growths in FE3 as well?
Technically, he doesn't exist in FE3.
Well, that's Sirius's growths in FE3.
Sirius has very different growths. He does not have 60 res. He has 3
Yeah,
res.
because Camus exists in FE3 just as a villain. Like he is in FE1.
Well, he's Sirius.
Sir-
No, in book
Sirius
one.
has 88
book one,
in
yeah,
book
yeah.
one, yeah, he's a boss.
40 speed, 30 luck, 40 weapon level, 30 defense, 3 res.
Yeah, why the fuck are his
Literally all of
growths
his
so
growths are low.
good though? In FE3, it's crazy. I'm using him and I'm like, wow, he's just really good.
Yeah, his new mystery growths are insane as well.
It feels really weird to have a
95?
Jagan and just.
Go ahead.
It feels really weird to have a normal Jagan. Because Aaron's growths just don't exist.
Yeah.
And then have Sirius join so soon after.
Yeah.
It feels even weirder in FE3 because, like, Aaron's growths are even more non existent than in FE12.
Hey, lay off my man. He's literally
And his
telling
face
us
checks.
answer.
God! Aaron has 8 strength in FE3
Yeah.
instead of 10.
Yeah, and he's got Camus has 14.
I think Sirius
Actually, no, I
has
lied.
12.
Sorry, he has 11. Camus has 14 as a boss, but Sirius has 11.
Yeah, that's correct.
But
So I'd say it's like 11 or 12. But he does have just better stats in every single area,
real
except
quick,
luck.
I want to read his growths from FE12 because they're insane. I saw that and I retweeted that. Caution Dragon VTubers may be hot. It's true that all of them are.
Yeah,
95 HP, 65 strength, 0 magic, 60 skills, luck, 50 speed and defense, and 5 res. This motherfucker is juiced up.
God damn.
I mean, it's FE12.
Yeah. But even by
It's
FE12
just-
standards, his growths are juice. Like, FE12 has
I don't
high
know
growths
about
across
that.
the board, but his are pretty juice.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know about that.
So
Especially
I
for
mean,
the
there is a
pre-promotion
unit
of
who-
that game.
There is a unit who has 100 HP, 90 strength, 65 skill, 80 speed, 70 luck, 35 defense, 5 res.
it's est.
It's not. It's
I actually
a
don't know
pre-promote.
I don't know the FE12 gross off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
I do not. I do
It's
not
a
know.
pre-promote. It's
Who is
Jake.
it?
It's him.
Oh yeah,
Jake.
his gross are
Yeah.
dumb for some reason. It's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
he's not
it.
in FE3, is he?
No, he's not. There's no one in no one exists in FE3. What are you talking about? There's no Riss. There's no Daros. There's no fucking. There's no one.
Oh, Coyote.
FE3 Book 2 especially because they cut like Rad, Caesar, just like a ton of characters.
Oh,
Who?
In 12,
Who
they
did
just
they
tried to
cut?
stick everybody in there.
Rad and
Oh,
Caesar.
Oh, they took away my iron sword and my steel sword. What am I ever gonna do without that money? Oh, I
No,
can't
you just
afford
give
it
them
half the
anyway.
More than half of FE12's units were not in FE3 Book 2, which is
Yeah.
fucking wild.
That
Yeah.
Rad and Caesar
Well, because
Guiding
all
chapter.
of the BSFE characters who are unique to that game are also in FE12.
Yeah, there's the BSFE characters. There's the
There's the unique characters
There's
from
the-
FE11, like
the
Exil
OCs.
and Horus and stuff.
and then there's all the classic characters who got added back in, like the fighters,
Yeah.
Daros, fucking.
And then there's the original characters. And there's characters who are never playable in any game who are playable in that game. At least one of
McAllis.
them. Well, I was
Katarina.
trying to be quaint about it, but I was trying not to spoil it, but whatever.
That's a good thing I didn't hear what you guys were talking about, because I zoned out.
Ooh.
It's a really
Yeah, last
funny-
time I just
Yeah.
messaged Nep on the side.
Yeah, it's a really funny thing that people still don't know about to this day. So I try not to
You know
spoil
what's
that. Because it's
you know
super,
what is
it's
really
super
funny?
esoteric to his recruitment.
You know what is really funny?
Hmm.
The fact that Emir has use in 0% growths.
I'm sorry, run that by me again? I didn't hear you.
Emir has use in 0% growths FE12. Do you know why?
But
I've
Because
only ever seen Don Don do it.
He has a bow rank and the highest base strength in the game, tied with spoiler character.
Okay, that makes sense.
So he has B bows and I think 18 strength in sniper, which means that he has the best longbow chip in the game.
Ooh.
Dude,
At base,
speaking
anyway.
of
He has like
bows,
one more strength in the same bow rank as Wolf, I think.
damn.
6 more strength than George.
I was gonna say, speaking of bows, shout outs to George, FE3. He's really fucking good.
Shout out to George in FE12. He's really thick. for
Shout
some
out to
reason.
George in every game he's in because he's at
Fair,
least
he's pretty good, yeah.
His worst outing
George.
is probably FE1 and FE3 because those games are so easy. But
George
in FE12 and
God.
11, he's a
FE1
He's a
George
jack.
is just like, why would I use him when I can just
Pretty good.
war with Mars?
he's pretty good in FE6 too, right?
Oh, shut up! I'm gonna fucking beat you.
FE12 George has
Yeah, why would you ever use Klein when you can
20
use Klein on a
defense as
horse?
general.
Flying godlike. You should
yeah, but we just put him on a horse, call him Shin, and make him Asian. He's
They're
way
not
better.
they're not the same.
They're very not the same. I don't even know
Imagine
what you're
using unmounted units. Cringe, cringe, cringe. You call yourself a Fire Emblem player,
Shin
and you
is
deploy
worse.
unmounted units?
Shin's worse than Klein.
talking about. Not worse, but he's
Shin's
I
worse.
think Shin is better than Klein,
No,
but
Shin's worse than Klein. Worse at
That's not
base.
true.
Worse at base. Worse at base. And he brings you to Sakai.
So that's good.
yeah, it's the case
Shut up.
base.
Shut up.
It's at least interesting, unlike Ilya.
Wow.
Neither are interesting or fun. I'll admit.
Yeah,
You're objectively
George, right? He has, I want to say 22 base defense and a 60% defense growth as a general in
What the
FE12.
fuck? Oh,
He's
reclassing
real
it.
beefy.
Dude,
He's real
reclassing is
beefy.
fucked up.
Etzel's like the bulkiest unit in the game or something.
Isn't Etzel a mage?
Which is- Yeah.
Sorcerer.
Well, yeah. So
He has
so-
like 10 base defense as a fucking sorcerer.
yeah.
Jesus.
And
What do you think he has as
Sorcerer
a general?
It has a defense. It has a class defense negative. So if you switch from a different class into Sorcerer, you'll usually lose defense.
Yeah.
But because
Well,
he
it
has
doesn't have a
so
negative
much...
base.
Well, the
It doesn't
basis,
have a
I think, is
negative
0, right? Whereas
It's
most
like
classes,
2 or
it's like
3.
1 or 2.
It's 2 or 3. The
It's
defense
really
bases
low.
are super inflated.
Or is it Bishop
Defense
that's 0?
Defense bases are super inflated in FE12, dude.
In FE12? Oh, I might be thinking of FE11.
yeah.
I've played more 11
The
than
general has 15 base defense. Let me just start with that.
That's crazy.
Oh,
And
boy.
then Sorcerer is 4. Most of the magic classes have 3.
I might be thinking of FE12. Or FE11, I mean. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've played a lot more 11 than I have 12.
I
One
haven't
crazy
played
thing...
12 yet, but 11 good.
The class bases are the same between the games, except for Hero and Berserker, I want to say.
Are they?
Yeah.
Hero
lost a point of
It
speed.
might just be...
Berserker gained like 5, which is fucking stupid.
It might
Berserker
just
used
be
to
that class bases or player bases are so much lower in that game, and that's why.
Berserker had 6 base speed in FE11, and it has 9 in FE12.
Zoom in.
Wow.
But, Country, do you want to hear something fucking hilarious about FE12 on the hardest difficulty?
Yes.
They have to lower generals like the general not class base, but
The
character
enemies.
bases for the enemies because they would just cap defense. So instead, they increase their speed bases, so they have capped speed by the end game.
Why?
There are heavy 12 enemy generals, right? The first ones you fight are in chapter 8 or 9. I don't remember the number. It's the map where you get George.
Yeah,
They
it's
have,
the
like-
first chapter.
They have like 16 speed and 15 defense, and it's like, what?
It's to make it so that you can't their bulk comes from not being doubled, and you can actually do damage to them. Because
Which
if
is
they had
dirty. It's dirty.
if they had 30 defense and you doubled them, it wouldn't matter because you're still doing no damage.
Yeah.
And now they have a defense against mages because mages.
I would
They have to
personally
have almost
just
cap speed
forge a
double.
rapier and then I would kill them.
Mages are like really slow in the SFE. Like really slow.
Yeah.
Linda
Mage-
individually is
okay.
fast, and so
To
is
be fair-
Katarina, but
To be fair, like most mages in like a lot of games are pretty slow. Like GBA FE mages are really slow.
Sage. Okay, no.
DS
But
FE.
in GBA, you know,
With a base
Mages-
16, one of your fastest units on join. It's crazy.
in GBA FE, mage classes at least have okay speed bases. But their other bases are fucking terrible. But you know, like female mage has 2 or 3 base speed, which exists.
Oh wait, are you talking
Sage
about like
in
player
the-
units?
No, I'm talking about class bases.
Oh,
Sage in DSFE has 4 base speed,
oh my god.
which is the same as general. It is 5 less than Berserker.
yeah.
5.
That's it's kind of fucked up.
Now, if you want to talk fast classes, it is 8 less than Swordmaster. Sorry, 9 less than Swordmaster. It's 8 less than FE11 Swordmaster. Swordmaster got
Grandmaster go
buffed.
brrr.
Swordmaster's fucking funny. Swordmaster Wendell's goddamn hilarious.
You know what's genuinely hilarious though, FE11 to 12 is how super situational the Swordmaster is in FE11 to the point of basically being pointless, other than a few very specific situations, to
Rashida.
being really, really good in FE12 on certain maps. Like, it's still not a class you want to be in all the time, but because of its higher stat caps and its incredible base speed, and the fact that the 11th sword isn't just a meme anymore, pretty
Swordmaster
good.
box in 10x. It's so good. Because literally every enemy is a berserker.
Oh yeah, the masked laugh. Paladin's better. On this chapter, if you're trying to beat it fast, because you can one-turn it with a good paladin.
Yeah, that's true, but also, like,
But if you want to
You need
meme and get a
Swordmasters
bunch of...
you need Swordmasters to cut through a couple of them to get there.
No, you only have to kill one.
You only have to kill one, really? I thought you had to
Yeah.
kill one to get to the boss. No, I guess I
No,
don't
you can
buy
go
it.
around the
Is
first
it,
one.
it's always the same one, right?
No.
No, it's
It's not.
random one of the
Randomized.
top 3.
As
It's one of the
long
top
as it's
3.
not... As long as it's not the middle one, you're good.
Oh yeah, then you only have to kill one.
Yeah. So you just kill the one in the middle
FE12
room,
has
and then bonk the
FE12
guy on
has
top.
tools. Unlike FE11. It has, like, dancers and rescue and again.
I like how they take away some of your tools on the harder difficulties.
Yeah.
FE12 Lunatic mode can suck a dick, quite frankly. Just, yeah, fuck you. Take away
It's
your
fun. I like it.
The
My
two
favorite
range,
It's an
part is
whatever.
interesting
they
way.
take away warp and replace it with fortify, which is reasonable. And then, do you know what they replace the
I
silver
love the
card
meme.
with?
The vulnerary. It's amazing.
Wait, they replace what
Silver
with
card
the
with a
vulnerary?
goddamn
on the
vulnerary.
hardest.
Yeah, they don't
on the
give you
hardest
warp.
What
difficulty
the
posture.
hell?
So,
That's
so you
messed
know
up.
the map. So you know the map where you get Merrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you save all of the bishops, normally you get a silver card, and you get a silver card in FE3. In FE12, you also get a silver card unless you play on the highest difficulties, Lunatic and Lunatic Reverse. Then you get a vulnerary.
You get a fucking vulnerary.
Oh, my head hurts now. That was a sneeze.
It's dirty. Dirty.
Yeah, they treat you downright bad in that game. And you don't get a
Replacing
warp, you
warp
get
with
a
fortify is
fortify.
cool.
Yeah, I
Replacing
think
warp
that's
with
alright.
fortify is cool.
It definitely makes
It's
the
a
game
fair
harder,
trade.
but instead of taking away your options, it gives you different options that are more limiting, but allows
Although
you
I
to
find
do
it really
different
funny
strategies.
that on Lunatic, Glower Sorcerers have enough skill to crit you generally, or have
Yeah.
crit on you. So, of course, they would take away the only reliable way to deal with them, because you need warp to get the Mage Stone.
Yes, of course. Makes sense to me.
Longbow them at 5 head.
Just, yeah, Longbow is amazing. Too bad it's locked behind the single worst chapter in the game.
True.
Wait, Longbow's actually good in
Yeah.
12?
Longbow is amazing because
Unironically, yeah.
snipers have huge stats, and enemies are always 1 or 2 range. Maybe 1-2 range. There's nothing with 3 range. There's literally nothing with 3 range. So you just don't take counters.
Fair enough, yeah.
Like endgame dragons and sorcerers.
Oh my god. That's whack. Dude, I like how George just starts with the fucking Parthia. At least in 3. I don't know. I haven't played 12 yet. I'm like halfway through 3. It's pretty fun so far.
Does involve as well.
Okay. I like how he just starts with that. It's kind of funny. Kind of silly. Kind of goofy, honestly.
It's our first early podcast recording.
Yeah, we are
All of the canon holy weapon users or regalia, I guess, start with them in both games. So that's Shima, Astrum, George, and Minerva.
Minerva doesn't have
Technically not
anything
Minerva in
yet, though,
FE3, but in FE12
Oh,
she
yeah.
does.
Okay. Oh, the hot.
Because her weapon doesn't even exist in F.
Yeah, it doesn't exist until FE11.
Yeah, she has like one of the star shards and a dragon pike.
Yeah.
In FE3.
No. It's Star Shard and it's not a Dragon Pike. I don't think there's Dragon Pikes in FE3.
There are.
Are there? I haven't
There
come
absolutely are.
I haven't come across one yet. I'm on chapter like 12. I think it's a killer that she has to start.
Oh no, yeah, it is Killer Lances. Damn. There are no dragon pikes. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's
they're
why
all
Worm
in
Slayer is good.
FE1. I like this.
That's why Worm Slayer is good.
It's a
Worm
cool-
Slayers are insane in FE3, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Book 2 anyway. Because they changed the benchmarks so thoroughly, because all you need is enough speed to have 3 AS with a Worm Slayer, enough HP to survive 1 hit, and enough strength to 2-hit KO. And those are not hard benchmarks at all.
Yeah.
Because dragons have 0 speed in FE3.
That's messed. Wow.
Endgame is-
Oh, dragons. Okay, wait.
Endgame is all dragons and mages, so you just Worm Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
And that means Roche is kind of okay in FE3.
Let's
Book 2.
go.
Because he can Worm Slayer and has the highest base HP in the game.
Oh damn.
meets the basic thresholds to 1-round dragons, and again has the highest HP in the game. So, good unit.
I made him a sword master in FE11.
Everyone loves that dude.
Five
His speed
Paladin
sucks.
pre-promotes. Roche is still probably the worst, though.
Sag.
Abel might actually be the worst. Abel's like also bad, but he
Oh
doesn't
my
have
God.
meme HP.
I don't even have Abel yet.
He joins really late and is just serious. He's literally just serious again.
Oh. Oh, like base stats? Serious?
Yes.
Yeesh. That's not good.
He has like 1 more strength and 2 more HP or something.
What about dude?
But he joins at the same time as Est.
I'm not.
He's not
this video.
That's a good idea. Like, after Abel
He's in the
joins,
bathroom and I kind of zoomed out. What's going on?
the only units you get after Abel are like the heroes, Athram and Samson, obviously, and well, Roche and Midia. I think that's like it.
Let's go, Midia.
Midia has huge stats in FE3.
Yeah, in FE3 she's really good, but you only get her for like what, 2 chapters? I think it is 2, 3.
She's around for 1 outdoor chapter and then the 5-chapter rush at endgame.
I really like her
Unlike
design.
FE12.
Midia, yeah.
Unlike FE12, however, you do not, in fact, get royally trashed if you don't rescue her.
Oh yeah, when they're in jail.
If you don't use rescue staff on her turn 1, and she dies, which she will die because it's FE12, she doesn't have a void anymore, and she doesn't have bulk anymore, because FE12 enemies have 5 billion attack. Then reinforcement zones will all be triggered across the map, which is fucking fun.
Oh, what the hell? That's messed up.
You need to rescue. I don't remember exactly what reinforcement zones, but it's like 1 or 2 sets that will just absolutely wreck you.
That's fucked up.
Because it's the map where you get the cell scrubs, Midia included in FE11.
Oh. Oh, do you get them all again at the same time?
You don't get Boa at all, and you have the others earlier.
Oh, okay.
Shame, because they're all really bad.
Yeah.
Thomas in FE12 may actually be the worst unit in the game.
Oh, jeez. That's the archer, right?
Yeah. He has base C bows and like 11 strength and 14 speed.
Very cool.
That's so trash. Jeez.
10 chapters after George joins with 12 strength and 14 speed and A bows.
And one of the best bows in the game.
Yeah, but like
The
the
best
important thing
bow
is
in the
that
game.
George has A bows. He can use Parthia, which means
Yeah.
he can kill wyverns. He also lives a hit from wyverns forever because he has like 13 base defense,
Oh.
which Thomas doesn't. He has like 9 defense and no HP.
Is Neb still awake?
Barely,
Maybe.
yeah. I haven't had anything to talk about. Derfle, he's taking my spot on the podcast as being the talker. It's just fine. I'm out of it.
What was I gonna say? Oh,
Didn't we have a topic for today?
no.
What?
Yeah, it was
We never have
X-Men
a
and VTubers.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Sorry, we had to bring it up once.
VTubers.
X-Men. Okay.
VTubers. So speaking of VTubers,
Christ.
Polka a couple days ago, or like 2 weeks ago, I think it was, she dropped a cover of Vampire by Deco23, and it was banging. So 2 days ago, she said, "Want to see me do it again?" And then dropped another cover that's banging, and that's my VTuber news for the week.
Very cool. Thank you, Nepco.
Very cool. No
Thank
problem.
you at Nepco9 on Twitter.com.
Follow me for
Craziest thing about-
VTubers and everything.
The craziest thing about Thomas is that the one resource a bow user needs in FE12 is bow rank.
Yeah.
The boss doesn't
Yeah.
use bows. He's a sorcerer.
And
What?
he
He's
doesn't
talking
have
about
a
three
bow rank.
houses.
Oh.
I made a
doesn't
3,000
have a bow
joke.
rank.
Please clap.
He just doesn't have a bow rank.
Yeah, he has the sniper's base C bows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
And no stats.
Yeah.
So,
Thomas is like my favorite unit in FE3. He's so fun, or not FE3, FE12. He's so funny.
he's so bad
Yeah,
because
that's
he has
funny.
literally nothing going for him. Like, he has the same bow rank as Gordon and worse stats than 0% growth's promoted Gordon.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I love
That's
it.
so sad.
And Gordon is available for half of the prologue, and then the entire game after that.
God, can we talk about that real quick? So in the prologue cutscene, whenever you beat a boss, you get that boss as a party member. Except for George. If you fight George,
Yeah.
you get Gordon.
You get Gordon?
You get cut. Is what you get.
That's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, it's
That's
funniest
that's
part
pretty
is-
funny.
George would still be probably the worst option.
Oh yeah,
Because Athena
because
is just so
Yeah,
good
Athena
in
is
the
so
prologue.
good in that prologue.
which is hilarious because
Wait,
when she
what?
comes back, she's not good.
She's literally the worst unit in the game without prologue.
Yeah,
with
she's up
prologue,
there.
she's kind of she's Shinnah. She's Shinnah.
She's what?
If you don't count Shinnon's first like 4 chapters,
Yeah.
he's the worst unit in Path of Radiance.
Yeah.
If you do, he's like 2 out of 10. Athena's the exact same thing. If you don't get her in prologue, she might be the worst unit in the game. Straight up. She has worse base stats than Navarre 10 chapters later. Worse growth than Navarre in most areas.
Navarre's that good.
And Navarre's not very good. He's better than he was in FE11, but he's still
Yeah.
not very good.
Damn.
And then you got
FE12 is a
Malice,
very
who
different
has
game than FE3.
better-
He's pretty
Malice
good
has
in
better
3.
base stats across the board too, and she can use Lady Sword just like Athena. And she
Yeah.
joins a lot earlier.
Also,
with
Malice
both
has
better
something.
growth.
Malice has something that none of these other people except for Navarre has.
Okay.
Fucking hot. She's fucking hot.
Yeah,
We
she's
were talking
super
about this,
hot.
I think, episode 2 of the podcast.
Yeah, I saw her
Oh,
BSFE
her.
icon and I was like, damn, she's hot.
The
Woo!
purple haired girl.
Samto,
Yeah.
Samto and Rad are debatably better than Athena,
Jesus.
which is fucking depressing.
Yeah, I
It's
got
like-
Samto. I was-
Samto's faster. Samto's faster than Athena. He's not as strong, but he's faster, and he has good availability. Rad is pretty much the same story, although he's just kind of worse than her everywhere because he's not fast like Samto. Samto has like 12 or 13 base speed and like a comically high speed growth.
Oh.
But he also has like 7 strength and a 25% strength growth or something stupid like that. So he doesn't do any damage.
Yeah.
And then Athena is 9 strength, 13 speed with like middling growths, but at the end of the fucking game, more or less. It's actually hilarious. Athena's the only FE11 OC who didn't get a base speed buff, but she's also the only one that joins later than she did in FE11.
Yeah,
Who deleted that?
I refuse to acknowledge it.
Horus went from 8 to 11 speed
Mhm.
and joins 2 chapters earlier, which is huge. He gets out of getting doubled by a lot of stuff now, and he's
Mhm.
super beefy still. And then
Horus is good.
fucking Etzel's crazy, because Etzel
Yeah.
used to be like, I think 8 or 9 speed. He was really slow. He was pretty much just a staff user. And then they buffed him all the way to 12 speed, and instead of joining in 17x, he joins during chapter 10.
He's
I've
also
never recruited Etzel in 11.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
me
have
neither.
to-
I didn't know
because-
you could.
That's the only guidon that's actually worth it, because you get Excalibur, Aura, Warp, Longbow, and like 3 other things.
What the fuck?
another thing about Etzel is he is the sharpest dressed member of every cast.
Yeah,
He's so
It's
cool.
pretty cool.
Like he probably has one of my favorite designs up there with like Har for Fire Emblem characters. I wish we got to see him more in promotional art and stuff.
I wish you like games
Needs
that-
to get in Heroes, then we'll get some art of him.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
Dude, I,
mean,
want
he's
Zane.
kind of a
anyways.
fan favorite. but not really.
Zane is
Oh wait,
in here.
Zane is in Heroes.
Yeah, he is.
You know what would be really funny? If they called him Zane, but they just made him like literally any character. Yeah. And he was just like, because it was a Halloween banner. So he's just like, so they just add like Halloween Marth, and he's just like regular Marth, but it's like his
I hate how
name's
there's
Zane.
a Lucina and her name is Marth. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Zane is great in his handful of supports in FE12.
Oh fuck, there's supports in 12.
Yeah, there are. I've never read any of them. I don't care about
There's like
supports,
4 good ones. There's like 4 good ones.
I like Zane. He's cool.
There's like a ton of them just with Chris.
Isn't there a set of ones where the healer girl from chapter 1 is like obsessed with Marth and she's talking to Sheeta about it?
Yeah.
I think I've seen those.
What's that girl's name again?
I don't know.
Marissa?
Alicia? Yeah, something like that.
Melissa or something?
Yeah,
It's Milicia or Marisha, depending on which patch you're using.
I like Militia. That's funny.
That's funny. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
I know some people still call her Marisha, which is pretty fucking shameful. I hate old name people. I hate them.
Some of the old names are big.
I'm glad to know what you think of me because I am Zealot Gang till I die.
You
Jared
have
is
to go all the
cringe
way.
name.
You have to go all the way. Don't be a pussy.
The thing in Heroes, they use Zealot in Heroes.
You
Do
have
they?
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
if you call,
I like Heroes based for once. Let's go.
if you use the old names, you have to use all of them. You
I use all
cannot
the old
use
names
the
in
old
FE6.
names. You cannot
Like-
use the old names in FE6 without calling Thea Fight.
Yeah, it's Tate and Thea.
It's Fight.
I'm saying Tate
Call
and Shani, I think it was. Was their old name?
You gotta use the old names. It's just
Wasn't it
Fight.
Fanny?
Thite.
Yeah, it was
The original
Fanny and
translation.
Tate, yeah.
The original translation is Fight.
I still have
Horrible.
one of the translation that I used when I first played FE6 in like 2017. I still use that one just because I like it.
Like the original names that some of these characters got back when translations were a little more primitive are all fucking horrible.
Counterpoint: Fury is the coolest name ever.
Yeah, I was just about to talk
No.
about that one. But I prefer Airness now. I used to prefer Fury. I think it makes more sense.
I mean, I'm more of a feminine guy, but that's not here or there.
What about Clurb?
I'm sorry, run that by me again. Who?
Clurb?
Clurb.
Who's Clurb?
Clurb.
I-
Guess. Guess who Clurb is?
So true. Honestly, so true.
Oomphy.
Oomphy.
He said the Wayfang?
Blurb.
No, I said Oomphy.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought you
so true,
said
Oife.
Wayfang.
Oomphy was his original
sorry.
name in the first translation.
Oomphy is my favorite word. It's so funny.
Are you gonna guess Clurb? Or no?
Who is
No,
Clurb?
I have no
I can't even guess.
It's Clive.
Clive?
That's amazing.
Wow. They should have
Clurb.
kept that name.
Clurb.
I don't
No,
even
The
know
old
what
guide
Clive
names
is.
are just a blessing in general.
I take it back.
Bird.
The old names are objectively better. Clurb is the best.
Yeah, Clurb is way
You
better.
got Tobin being called Bird. That's classic.
Yeah.
Claire was Clea.
I've
Which is
actually
just kinda
never
awkward.
played.
It's just
I've
a
never played the
Boston
Bird-
accent. Man.
Well, I've never played the Bird translation, but I have played the Robin translation for Tobin.
Ah.
The one where he's Robin
about-
and Clive is he's Klein, but spelled
What
differently
about
than
Pain,
he's a Klein.
pain.
What about Machilda?
I've seen that one actually. I've seen that one. That one's really funny.
You got Machilda, you got Paisan, you got Ryudo.
Wait, Puzon?
Paisanos.
Why do people fucking... Okay, what is... Why are people
Paisan is
obsessed with...
Python.
No. I'm talking about the fucking FE7 boss.
Puzon.
Why are
it's
people
good.
obsessed with him? I don't understand.
Funny.
Why?
He's good in Seraph's boss hack. That's why I like him at the very least.
I think that's what it was.
I
That
like
hack.
him because of the Archer bias propaganda.
Yeah, I understand that, but like, why? Why the? Like, because he's
Do
an
you need a
archer? Is that
reason?
it? Is that it?
He's not an archer. He's a mercenary.
He's a mercenary with good stats.
Oh.
Do you need a reason to like someone? Can it just be a funny meme?
No.
Well, I just like, why is it a meme? Why him? Why? I don't get
Why
it.
not?
It's their attack, right? That's
It's just
why.
funny.
I guess.
Also,
it's just funny. To
Saber's
fawn
old
over on a
translation
random
name.
character.
Little
Saber's
Sabers.
old translation name was Sever.
Okay, that's actually fucking hype.
That's
I wanted to-
Malice's first blade, right?
What?
In Xenoblade 2, his first blade is Sever, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That dude.
Nerd.
Before he whips out the Monado,
Yeah.
I think it is Sever.
FE4 names are like some of the worst, by the way. Like some of them are good. But some
Also,
of them are
Kaku,
really
you don't have to
fucking
worry about that. That's not a spoiler. It comes out of nowhere. It's not like a plot relevant thing. It's just
He just starts saying it in his like attacks.
yeah. He just like
I
no,
was
he
like,
like
what the hell?
actually has a black Monado, just a black version of Shulk's Monado,
Yeah.
Huh.
and it's not really an important thing to the story. Symbolically, it kind of is, but it also just literally they never even comment on it. That's how unimportant it is in the actual story.
Mm-hmm.
He also uses moves that you can miss in Xenoblade 1. He uses like Monado Eater and Monado Armor, which are completely optional. Actually, I don't think Eater is optional. Or I might be thinking of Hurricane. Or Cyclone, sorry. I should replay Xenoblade 1. That game's so good.
I should too. It's been so many years.
I
it's
actually
also
have
on everything.
I haven't even finished my run of DE. So I was playing DE and I got to the end game, like the very end game, and I just haven't finished it. I've had it on hold for like 4 months, 5 months.
I'm on XE2. I'm right at the end game, and I haven't beat it yet.
Oh, have you not beat Xenoblade Chronicles 2 at all?
I'm right at the end.
You need to finish it. The ending is very good. People will tell you it's not. They're liars and they're bitches.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it soon.
Do it.
Weebs.
You know, speaking of weebs and looking at my stack of books on my desk, I want to talk about something real quick, if you guys don't mind.
Oh,
So, I'm taking the floor for a few minutes. So, May 6th, or actually May 20th, we learned about it, but May 6th, as some of you probably know, the author of Berserk, Kentaro Miura, passed away due to a stress-related disease, acute auritic distortion, I think it's what? It's a disease that happens when you become so stressed that your arteries tear, and it causes internal bleeding. It was a huge blow to me. I've been reading Berserk for the last 6 years of my life, and it's been very important to me. And fucking hell, you can ask Katru. I was pretty beat up that day. I joined him for a stream of Valorant, and it's probably the most quiet I've ever been on his stream. But with a couple days to pass, I think my final takeaway from his passing is take care of yourselves. Even if it doesn't seem possible, try to find whatever you can to stress relieve. Because as much as people say you can just work through it, more and more people getting sick from stress-related illnesses and my own mental health declining as I become more and more stressed. Find some outlet. Find something to do. Something that helps you relieve yourself, or else you'll end up like Togashi and sick all the time, or Miura and passing. And no one wants to see that. It's hard though. Life's hard. Alright, that's my sad boy corner for the day.
Wow, that's really what happened. I heard about it, but I didn't know how he passed away. And that's like a stress-related something like that. That's pretty crazy.
The final cause of death was determined to be acute aortic dissection, I think is what it is. Essentially, stress causes an artery to pop and tear, and you bleed out from the inside.
That's pretty scary.
It's
Against stress can do
terrifying.
that. Yeah.
And the thing is, from what I understand, he lived a mostly healthy life. He didn't smoke or drink very often, especially by Japanese standards. and he was pretty active. He just spent the last 32 years of his life stressing out and working on Berserk.
Yeah.
To the point where he had to take multiple hiatuses due to his health. And then, eventually, it got to him.
Yeah.
And what sucks is every time I look over to my right, and I see next to my box set of Bakuman, it's just 7 volumes of Berserk, the deluxe edition, which is like 20-something years of his life right there. Memorialized in his art. And there will never be any more of it. And it's less that there will be no more Berserk, because if he was still alive and said, hey, I'm not finishing Berserk due to my health, that's fine. He's wrote a masterpiece already. It's more that a creator and a visionary has died so young, and that hurts.
Yeah.
And it's really something to think about when you want to constantly joke or criticize about how long it's taking for someone to fucking make something.
Yeah.
Shit, look at Togashi. Look at the Hunter hiatus x hiatus. That meme.
Yeah.
I just hope Togashi takes care of
This baby about how long someone's taking to make something puts a lot of fucking stress on him sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I'm always fine with delays. Like, delays are a good thing.
That's something I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
Are we the problem?
I never once complained about like a game being delayed. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Just delay.
Comes out better, then give them the time they need, right?
I wonder if part of the problem isn't just the manga industry, because from what I understand, after a while, Dark Horse, which was basically kept alive by Berserk, stopped. Monthly Dark Horse, I think it is. Stopped pressuring him because, well, eventually another chapter would come out and then everybody would come back. But it makes me wonder if fan reactions to the hiatuses, especially the 6 years or something crazy like that we spent on the boat during the boat arc, I wonder if that has a thing with it, especially here in the West.
There was a 6-year break in that?
There was a point where it took 10 years for 2 volumes of manga to come out. Because he just stopped writing it. And he started working on another series in between at some point. And Berserk's hiatuses became longer and longer. And now we know the reason. His health was declining.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, if you do that, crazy push for your art, it doesn't take its toll immediately. It eventually fucking will.
I mean, yeah, Miura started in this industry that is known as cutthroat and literally killer. Like, has driven artists to stress-related diseases before. Just look at Togashi, or look at Tite Kubo, the author of Bleach, and his admittedly declining mental state as Bleach went on. And Miura had been doing that since he was 19. He died at 54. He was working on Berserk alone for 32 years of his life. That had to take a toll on him, both mentally and obviously physically.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder if anything will happen, and especially with the death of such a prolific and inspirational author to so many in Japan and I guess across the world with Berserk's fame, if things might change for the manga industry and for how fans perceive hiatuses. I doubt it, because especially as manga and anime gets more popular, more and more authors are being swept into the make as much of it as you can model.
Yeah.
But
Well, maybe the artists will learn to take more breaks too from this, right? Because I'm sure a lot of them looked up to him.
They get fired. They don't get renewed for another chapter. They get canceled. Their income's gone.
I guess you have to be really big to have control, right?
And even then, fucking, you only get so much of it. The reason Miura had so much control is because he basically was his publisher. Like, his publisher relied on Berserk to keep people coming back every month. And because Miura is such a prolific author, that he could just do whatever he wants. But even in Shonen Jump, the place where manga goes to die and artists go to be broken, you look at the biggest creators like if to take it back, Akira Toriyama, who was constantly pressured for missing deadlines and taking breaks. And now you have the same thing happening with, like, Eiichiro Oda, the author of One Piece, who basically never takes breaks unless it's to spend quality time with his family, and that's only like once every year.
Yeah, that dude's pumping out stuff like crazy.
Yeah, Oda's insane.
Like, I don't think people appreciate how much work people put into their art, especially even if it's commercialized art, especially if it's commercialized art.
Yeah.
That's true. Manga, anime, video games, whatever. Music. Like, people move countries to work on their fucking art.
Yeah.
It's not an easy job.
It's kind of fucking insane, yeah.
Yeah, putting together a piece that's actually good, like in a week, like what a lot of them are doing, is a lot of work, and having it actually be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, imagine having to make 20 immaculate pages of art that's not just pretty art, but also comes together to tell a story on your own every week. You can hire editors, but they won't be supplied to you. And it's expensive.
Yeah, that's insane.
And that cuts through the little bit of money you make. And if you don't make a lot of money, if you're not a big name, you can't afford editors. Or not editors, assistants. So now, boom, it's just you every week. And you can see the merits of that in something like Berserk, which Mira had assistants by the end of it, quite a few. But you can see, even in the later chapters, how much of it is his hand. There's a rumor right now that Berserk might continue, that he might have laid out his plans and drafted the ending. I hope it doesn't, because Berserk, over the last 32 years, is very clearly Miura. Like, without Miura, there is no Berserk. This series is his soul. Like, it's his legacy, it's who he is in most people's eyes. Which sounds weird, defining someone by their art when they're a real person who has left a family behind, but that's all we know. And you can feel how much personality is in it. And if it were continued by anyone who isn't him, well, it might still be good. It might still be as good as the Berserk that exists now. It might even be better. It won't be the same. It won't have that same soul, that Miura touch. Alright, I'm done being sad. Sad time over.
But yeah, that's extremely common in just Japanese media in general, the insane crunch.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
For example,
in manga, look at Mappa, the animation studio.
Yep.
They take so many works and they just don't have the people for it.
Yeah, like they worked on what? Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen at the same fucking time.
They did 9 shows just last year with more limited staff, and they're taking 10 shows this year. 10 or 11. It's insane.
Or, like, look at Final Fantasy in the 90s.
Gosh.
Imagine having to crank out a 40-hour JRPG every year.
Really?
For a fucking decade.
That's fucked up.
That's why they try to make you grind in those games to like you don't have to grind, but a lot of the times when you were younger, it was just easier to grind just to beat a hard boss.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, and 9 were released within a little over 4 years.
Wow.
And you know what's crazy about that?
And they were all directed by
games...
Hironobu Sakaguchi.
Yeah, and those games all push the medium every year. That was the crazy thing. I can't imagine working on those games. Like, even if you loved it, even if it was your passion, that had to be the most stressful time of your life. Those 4 years spent pushing video games forward into a new direction every single year.
Actually finishing it with 9, because to make Final Fantasy 9, Sakaguchi moved to the US to work with the new Square United States studio, because Square Japan was working on 10 at the time.
Yeah.
Imagine you have a year to make the best thing you've ever made that pushes the entire genre forward in a foreign country.
I mean,
You've never been to before.
I mean, fucking that's what happened with Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That's not even a joke.
But
That's
Sonic
actually
2
what
is
happened.
good.
Yeah, well,
Sonic 2
Final
is really
Fantasy
good.
9 and 10 are both good too, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what happened with Sonic 2. Well, Japan was working on Sonic CD. The part of their team, including the not the head designer, but one of the area creators for Sonic 1, and a couple other members went to Sega US, and Sega US and them worked on Sonic 2. And then the receptions to those games, even now, is very clear. People fucking love Sonic 2. And
Yeah.
CD is a very mixed game. I personally don't like it. I think
I've
it's,
never
I don't
played
like
CD.
CD either.
it's so bad.
It's
A lot of
jank and
people think
short.
it's really good.
I just
It's
really like
janky
its
and
music.
short.
I've never
I
tried
also-
it.
It looks really nice, and it's
Oh, it's
like
so
technically
pretty.
impressive. But good God, again, it's just jank and short. It's like an
Actually-
hour long and really awkward.
I don't even think it looks better than Sonic 2. I think technically, like, the fidelity is higher, the sprite work is better, but Sonic 2 has such a better world design. Like, it's more fun to look at because it's more stylized.
You
Other
guys,
than a couple areas.
you guys played
That's
Knuckles
absolutely
Chaotix?
fair.
What's
I
that?
have not played Chaotix, no.
Knuckles
yeah, no,
Chaotix.
Chaotix is the best looking Sonic game before. Well, yeah, no, it's still. No, before Colors. I think Colors is probably the best looking. Or Mania.
I gotta play Chaotix.
It's not a good game, but it's
It's
an
not?
interesting game. No, it's not. It's not a very good game. But it's an
Yeah, I
interesting
prefer
game.
Colors.
I feel like if Chaotix had come out like 2 or 3 years later, when they were better with their tech, maybe if they knew more, like, if they were better with their tech and had more development time for them to flesh out their ideas, it could have gone somewhere. But it doesn't go anywhere.
I think the gimmick is pretty stupid as well.
The gimmick is the only part of it I like. I like the idea of using your friends as momentum. Like, you stop someone in place in order to slingshot yourselves forward. You can use them as grappling hooks. You can use them to... You can carry the forward momentum of one character and then stop another character using the forward momentum of the first character to slingshot themselves upwards, release the other character, then they fly upwards. The physics engine is really complex. It's really fucking good. Everything else surrounding it sucks ass, though. Like, the game is too slippery for you to use the physics engine without it feeling jank. The level design is shit ass. The character... They're cool to look at, but they're just nothing. They don't have the same, like... Technically, they're cool to look at, but they don't have the same, like, level of design prowess that was in 1, 2, 3, and Sonic and Knuckles. And CD. Like, they're not as cool. You don't look at them and go, yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm glad this is taking up 20% of my screen space. You go, why is there a fucking alligator and a bee right here?
Pog. That sounds like a based team or something. I don't fucking know.
Oh, then they became Team Chaotix, and it was even worse.
You're telling me you don't like Sonic Heroes?
I'm telling you that when I was a stupid child, it was my favorite game. But now as a stupid adult, I don't like it.
Yeah, no.
That's unfortunate.
I like parts of it. I really like the beginning. Like, from the opening cutscene to, like, the first, like, 2 or 3 levels. Really fucking fun. Everything else is god-awful, though. And the Chaotix is the worst part.
I don't disagree necessarily. Team Chaotic stuff is not particularly fun. I do like the Team Dark story for the most part.
I don't care about the story, I just find their levels less fun. Because the levels
Right.
in Heroes already kind of drag, and then those go on even longer.
Chaotix are dark.
Dark.
You guys
So
like
they're-
Sonic Adventure?
Which
Sonic
one?
Adventure is a video game.
It is a video game, so true.
I don't know.
I
I'll say the
I
first one.
streamed it like
I hate Sonic
2
Adventure.
months ago.
I like the Chow Garden, and I really like the music.
Oh, the
Man.
music is banging.
Replaying Sonic Adventure 1 makes you realize how fucking awful it is.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Like,
Jeez.
I went into it thinking, well, half of this sucks, but the rest of it's pretty good. Oh no, there's like 4 good Sonic levels, and any level that isn't a Sonic level is bad.
Windy Valley kind of bangs. It had like one of the first major set pieces that actually works properly, which is cool. I think the beginning of the game is a pretty interesting like technical showcase of what the Dreamcast could do, especially with system they weren't like completely familiar with because it had been out for less than a year.
My favorite part of the first level is when you fall through the side of the loop, if you're on the right side. I can't believe they let that one slip because I see it literally all the time. Like, how did they not find this in testing? They might have found it and said, "Fuck it, leave it in."
Yeah,
it's
I don't think
Sega.
they do testing.
It's it's like FE6. They didn't test it.
Yeah, but FE6 is a happy accident.
Yeah, you're correct. Like,
Super Smash
hardware
Bros.
bonuses are very unintentional.
What about the Sonic Fire Emblem crossover?
The what?
I don't want to talk about the amount of hours of my life
Sonic
I
and the
put
Black
into
Knight.
that game.
Oh my god, I fucking hate.
I wasn't sure if you were going to say, what is it, Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood? Or Sonic
No.
and the Black Knight?
I couldn't beat that game. I tried.
I've always wanted to play that. I
hated
actually
it.
might download that and play that.
Sonic and the Black Knight.
No,
No,
the
Dark-
RPG on the
RPG.
DS.
Sonic Chronicles and the Dark Brotherhood, or whatever
Not
it's called.
good.
That
Even
sounds
as a
I
kid,
love
hated it.
Sonic and the Black Knight.
It's from BioWare. It's gotta be good. That's a joke.
Hot take. BioWare's never made a good
I like
game.
that. Sonic and the Black Knight, Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance, Sega.
I remember loving this game as a kid, from its soundtrack to its boss fights.
Dude, I loved Sonic and the Black Knight too.
I think if I played
Sonic
it now,
and the
I'd
Black
probably
Knight
want
is a better... Hot take. Sonic and the Black Knight is a better game than Sonic and the Secret Rings. That's not a hot take at all.
Literally, okay, yeah, I'm gonna say it's a 3 out of 10 versus a 4 out of 10. This game is playable, unlike Secret Rings.
Secret Rings is real bad.
It's real bad.
real bad.
I enjoyed this game a lot as a kid. I probably put like 300 hours into it, honestly. But if I played it now,
Oh
I
my
probably
god, what?
Yeah, I did everything. Like, multiple times, I 100% of this game. I got all of the music. I did everything. I tried to beat it as fast as possible. I remember, like, it was the first game I tried to speedrun. I perfected every boss. So, like, on the hardest difficulty, I did a perfect run where I parry every attack. It was insane. But, and that's now how I... Listen,
It had that cool multiplayer mode too.
this game is why I love Devil May Cry now, I think, and like Platinum games.
It's kind of weird.
Oh no.
I'm serious. I think the boss fights in this game are why I play Platinum games.
Hot take.
But what's up?
Bayonetta 1 kind of sucks. Smile.
It's just
What
okay.
It's just there are okay. Hold on. Bayonetta 1 overall, it's alright. And then you have the motorcycle levels, the rocket level, and that really shitty platforming bit near the end that just make that game so not.
So not. Yeah.
It's just.
I agree.
Man. Thank you. Like
I don't know. I haven't played Bayonetta.
no. I mean, the motorcycle levels are atrocious. That's all I'm gonna say.
Probably.
And the rockets even.
I know
the
that generally
fucking rocket.
I don't like vehicle sections in action games.
Yeah, because they're bad. And there's one where you're flying on a rocket. I almost threw up playing this fucking level because you just spin like your like dodge button or whatever. You spin in a circle. The whole fucking screen spins. It is nauseating. It's awful.
Actually, on the subject of BioWare and vehicle sections. Oh, Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 1 vehicle sections are so bad.
Hottest take. It's time for Nepco's weekly hot take corner, where he says things that'll make the internet mad. None of the Mass Effect games are good. At all. They're all bad, and I didn't enjoy my time with any of them. I didn't enjoy them as RPGs, as story RPG games. I didn't enjoy them as fun shooty games, and I think if they had leaned harder into one or either of them, I would have enjoyed them more. They are shit and they are ass, and they're very, very boring.
Ready for a double hot take? 90% of open world games are fucking garbage.
He's right, though.
Elder
It's just
Scrolls,
open world.
Elder
There's
Scrolls,
like nothing to do.
garbage. Elder Scrolls is so bad.
I think they're the
Fallout,
hardest games to
garbage.
get right. Okay,
Fucking
counterpoint.
Grand Theft Auto, garbage.
which Fallout games have you played, Kutcher?
New Vegas.
Oh, well, you're fucking objectively wrong.
I played the good one,
Yeah.
and it's
New
just,
Vegas
it's
is
so boring.
New Vegas is a masterclass of game design. You might enjoy the original Fallout games more, actually, because they are more linear,
Just
while still being
just-
open world games.
Bethesda's so lazy.
I
I know Bethesda didn't do New Vegas, but
New Vegas is the opposite of a lazy game. New
No,
Vegas
yeah,
is
I know.
so much
but
content in
it's
it.
still
It was
boring.
made in a year.
Still boring
I-
as shit.
New Vegas is not boring at all. What are you on about?
You know,
It's open world.
the
Open
true
world is
fact
so
here:
boring.
every game that was made in a year is guaranteed to be good.
Melee.
That's not true. But
Let's go
Majora's
Melee.
Mask is a fine for me.
Oh yeah, I've never played a Zelda game, by the way.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh,
is
You
well,
never
that's
played a
okay.
Zelda game?
Never
Play
played a
Breath of the
Zelda
Wild.
game.
I know you have a Switch. Play Breath of the Wild. That game bangs.
It's an open world game.
Yeah, but it gives you so many
Uh,
different ways, things in the world to traverse it. You don't just walk from place to place.
Did I say that walking was the problem with an open
What is
world
the problem?
game?
What is the problem with open world games?
They're not fun. I don't know.
What? Okay, what?
It's just aimless. Like, there's just too. Okay, let me put it this way. One of the reasons I fucking hate Three Houses is because it gives you too many options. I like when the game says, do this, do that. That's it. No, like,
What you're saying is you're a whipped bitch.
what? No.
You're a whipped bitch. You can't make
What?
your own decisions.
No, it's just cringe. It's boring. I don't find it
Right.
fun.
Okay, male wife.
But no, it's
Thing
just
with you?
overall
If
though.
the
it's
open
just-
world is designed properly, it's gonna be fun, but
Yeah.
it takes a lot of work to do that, and it's
And
hard
you
to
know
see
what-
that nowadays.
You know what
But
games do that right? New Vegas and fucking Breath of the Wild. Because there's always something to go to and something to go do. The games never have that wander around moment.
there's like
You can wander around if that's what you like, but the games have you on a path to explore, and it very naturally branches out. New Vegas more than Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild does just kind of tell you to go fucking ham.
like
By the way,
Cyberpunk was sad because
Breath
there's
of the
nothing to.
Wild on Master Mode is one of the nastiest experiences.
It's not fun.
Just don't play Master Mode.
Yeah, Master Mode sucks dick.
Master Mode is part of the unholy trinity of DLC hard modes from like the last 3 or 4 years.
Oh, for Breath of the Wild? Isn't it like
Yeah, so
1
yeah.
HP or some shit?
It is so bad.
So you want to know why Master Mode sucks? So in Master Mode,
It just makes enemies so beefy. They never
Yeah.
die.
the enemies don't get stronger. They don't do more damage for the most part. Some do. They just have more health and regenerate health if you're not actively hitting them. So what you could do before is the game had a
And it's a lot more health, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Like it's,
It's
a,
like
a lot more health. The early game Bokoblins have
Red Bokoblins
13
was-
health on normal mode, and they have like 40 something on hard
Yeah,
on Master
so
Mode. It's fucking
on
ridiculous.
Master Mode, a red Bokoblin can't be killed with a single Bokoblin club. Unless you flurry rush it. That's how much health they have. And the Bokoblins only sometimes have a club.
Hot dogs.
It's
Fuck me hot dogs.
You know what's
bad.
hey, Nep though? You actually don't fight red Bokoblins on Master Mode.
Oh yeah, it's only
Ever.
blue above, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm misremembering. I'm sorry.
No.
you
it's,
only fight blues,
Yeah, it's blues enough.
which is actually part of the problem.
It's Path of Radiance
You also
chapter
have the new-
26, Maniac mode.
Yeah, no.
The whole game.
It's just Maniac mode,
Good
basically.
old Clash.
Yeah, no,
Also-
Maniac mode is definitely the best comparison, but it's also a lot like Maddening mode,
Yeah.
which, in the sense that they were both DLC. Although
Yeah.
one of them was free.
Wait.
Master mode costs money?
Master mode is part of the actual paid DLC pack.
It's part of the paid.
Yeesh.
Yeah,
That's stupid.
it's part of the season pass. The whole season pass is terrible, and I wouldn't recommend it.
No,
I
you get a
wouldn't
motorcycle.
recommend it either.
It's the best
I
part about
literally-
Breath of the
I've
Wild.
The funniest part is they split
It's
it into two halves, but you have to pay for it as one, so there's no point in splitting it into two halves.
I have like 200, almost 300 hours in the game. I've never gotten the motorcycle because I don't want to do all the shit to get it.
I actually really like the second half, which is what has the motorcycle in it. I think it's pretty good. But oh my god, the first one with the trials and master
It's
mode
so
is
bad.
so bad.
But
I
Kaka,
wish you could just pay for the second one.
so a
For
cool
$10,
thing
it's
about
absolutely worth it.
a cool thing about Breath of the Wild base game is they had a soft lock prevention tool called bombs. Even if all of your
Yeah.
weapons broke, you could beat every boss in the game just by throwing bombs at it eventually. In master mode, bombs do no damage because it takes
Yeah.
too long to actually do things to damage them, and while your bombs are recharging, they will regain more health than your bombs do in damage. So you can just soft lock yourself if you're not careful.
Nice.
I actually got stalled out by Ganon on master mode on my first attempt.
Oh man.
I took like 22 minutes fighting him because I couldn't get the parry timing right and lost all of my equipment. And that's how master
Yeah.
mode feels.
Yeah,
I fucking hate it.
it's a slog. It's really bad.
Like, I'm gonna say Kingdom Hearts 3 Critical is also really bad, and that's the third of the DLC hard modes I'm talking about here. Because,
Imagine
oh my god,
playing
you just get
Hades
one shot.
3.
You just get one shot.
Man. Thinking about, because you said like what the boss like Ganon took you like 20 minutes or whatever.
It took me 20 minutes to lose.
That makes me think
I
of
had so many healing resources. That I could outlast him,
yeah.
but then I broke all of my weapons.
It makes me think of
That's how fucking bad that fight is.
when I played Persona 5 for the first time. Played that game on hard mode on the first time, and the final boss took me, I want to say, 4 hours. I only died once.
Whoa.
I don't like grinding, so I was basically doing it like minimum, kind of whatever, minimum grinding, just kind of going through the palaces or whatever. But
That's
the
what
final boss,
That's what I was
like,
doing with master mode. I tried to just get it over with.
yeah,
Tried to finish it at like 14 hearts. After just doing the basic dungeons and a couple of other things.
yeah.
And I got smoked so bad. I literally just rushed the 4 dungeons and the Master Sword so I could basically do it, and I still got fucking trashed.
Yeah.
You know what actually sounds like a really fun challenge? Doing the Persona game. I might do it in Xenoblade instead. Doing minimum levels. Because Xenoblade DE actually lets you de-level yourself. So you can store EXP away to make your own challenge. So if you feel like you're over-leveled for an area, you can store EXP, because the problem with the original Xenoblade is if you want to do side content, you just get so much EXP that you become too over-leveled. So there were actual guides that people had made to space out side content, so you could 100% the game and never feel overpowered for bosses except for the final one, because there's no way to, not be overpowered for that fight if you do all the deals or the side quests.
I hate that when a game doesn't let you do the side shit after the final boss.
Well, I mean, you can do New Game Plus.
No, I mean, like, just... I get it in some cases, it makes sense. For the
There's like
story.
regions you
Post-game.
can't. in
But-
Xeno-
Even in that
Yeah.
game, you get locked out of some
Xenoblade-
side quests.
Yeah, you
During
get
the
locked out of
story.
almost half of them.
Yeah.
Almost half of the side quests in the game, probably more than half actually, are context and time sensitive. So after
Oh,
certain
that's
events
awesome.
happen,
Yeah,
No,
the
it's
world
actually-
kind of changes.
I really love it actually. So because it's in the world of Xenoblade, things are constantly changing. The only problem with it is because the game has to tell you which of the the stuff is context sensitive, and you see a timer, not necessarily counting down how long, just telling you hey, this could go away at one point. It kind of
Like a little
ruins
spoiler.
spoilers. Yeah, it kind of makes it a spoiler. It's like, oh, something's gonna happen here. And sometimes it's kind of a fake out, where you see that it's context sensitive, and it's only because, oh, these characters are gonna move from this area to this area, and you can't complete the quest anymore. Sometimes it's, oh, yeah, I see why I can't complete this quest anymore. They're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't seem optimal.
But there's no other way they could have done it.
Yeah, I'd rather have them keep the story stuff other than these little side
Because the
quests.
story is so good. The side quests are good too. Xenoblade probably has the best. Xenoblade 1 and 2 with the Blade quests have like my favorite side quests in gaming. But the main quest in Xenoblade 1 is so good that I'm more happy that they did it like this than if they didn't do like side quests that can disappear, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But there's some areas where you would have to like cut off the side quests. Like there is no other way to do it.
There's like, yeah.
Or you would just not have side quests in those areas.
Yeah. And if you didn't have side quests in those areas, you miss out on some of the more interesting stuff.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but that's just how it be sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
So true, Lumpy.
You know what I fucking hate, actually?
Caution.
The ending? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The ending of Fallout New Vegas. Because there's no reason to cut you off from all the side quests and shit.
Yeah, there's no reason the courier just leaves. I mean, it makes sense that the courier would leave because he has nothing else to do. But there's literally no reason to cut you off.
Yeah. And then
I assume...
they did the same thing with Fallout 3. And with that, they released a $5 DLC that allowed you to play after the ending and added a fuck ton of content. It wasn't particularly good because it was Fallout 3, but it was objectively the right solution.
Yeah. I think no, it should have been in the game from the start. New Game Plus should not have been a paid expansion.
It wasn't New Game Plus.
It's basically New Game Plus, let's be real.
It was just post-game.
Well, I guess, post-game.
No, New Game Plus is
New Game Plus is different than post-game, I'm sorry. But no, post-game should not have been a paid expansion. It should have just been in the game.
There's a lot of games that do like just additional content for like after the game, which, you know, that's...
Yeah, no, but
kind of makes sense.
In Fallout 3, at the end of the game, you just die. That's it.
Yeah.
But if you
just
buy
it's like not really after the game?
If you buy Broken Steel, you don't die anymore. You now survive deathly radiation. Or Sarah Lyons, who you can send in there instead, survives. And everyone just forgets that you're branded as a coward.
Fuck Fox.
Yeah, no, Kotri, have you played Fallout 3?
No, I don't like...
Okay, so there's a character... that game's shit-ass. There's a character named Fox. He's a super mutant, and he's really smart. He's a big brain boy. And at one point in the game, you send Fox to go get the Gek for you from an irradiated room. And it's all cool. And then you can recruit him as a follower later. And if he's your follower...
If you have perfect karma...
Well, I don't think it has to be perfect karma. I think it just has to be good.
It becomes one of your oomph.
But yeah,
it has to actually be very good.
Yeah. It's pretty easy to have very good karma though. But
damn it, Wind.
So you can recruit him as one of your oomphs, and you can send an oomph into the chamber instead of you, and then they die. Fox, though, being immune to radiation, would survive. So when you ask him to go in, do you know what he says to you? He says, "It is your destiny to do this. I cannot interfere with fate." The big brain, super smart, super mutant just has to randomly come up with a sense of destiny and fate that he's never mentioned before so that you can have your big heroic sacrifice or look like a coward. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Kind of cringe.
One thing I do like about Fallout 3 quite a bit is the fact that permadeath for your party members is not optional. I hate that Fallout New Vegas just doesn't have it outside of hardcore mode.
Yeah.
Fallout 3 actually makes combat feel like it matters.
Really makes you feel like
Spider-Man. Because your party members can die.
Yeah, but your party members are
The
so
Fox.
powerful. Party members are so powerful.
Fox
though,
cannot
for the most
die.
part. Yeah, he's just too strong.
Which is fucking hilarious. Fox is actually incapable of dying. I think there's like a wrong line of code somewhere, but Fox has like 13 billion HP instead of probably 1300 that he was supposed to have.
Yeah, he's really beefy.
You
I think he has the
literally
most
cannot
HP
kill
in the
Fox.
game.
Because of the
More
fact that
than
there's
Prime.
passive HP regeneration, it's like 0.2% per second or something like that.
Yeah,
Fox will actually out heal mini nukes just off
it's
of that.
amazing.
He is that bulky. He literally cannot die.
He is a god amongst men.
And then second behind Fox is Dogmeat with like 1700 or something. Dogmeat just never fucking dies either.
Yeah.
You know who does die a lot?
What's that?
You know who does die a lot?
Hmm.
Either of the bad karma followers. They're really
Yeah.
bad.
They're really trash.
Jericho and Clover?
The one of them's a
Clover.
mercenary and the other one's a slaver or whatever.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
guys
they're
are saying
both
casual
really-
mode is bad. That's what I'm getting from this.
And then the good karma followers are Fox and whatever her name is, the paladin. Both
Yeah.
of them never fucking die.
Marcus? Isadora?
Isadora.
Isadora based.
It's funny because
I
she's
mean-
just a random ass NPC. She's not even important to any of it.
New Vegas. I like the way followers are handled in New Vegas more personally. I think on regular mode it's fine that they don't die because it's supposed to be more like normal mode is supposed to be more of a casual experience. It doesn't even have any survival elements to it for the most part. Whereas hardcore mode, I think, is where New Vegas really comes into its own and becomes a really fun, and that's when party members can die.
So true, Mikey.
I really fucking.
Yeah, it
I
means
really
you have
like
to
New
not
Vegas.
play like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, especially because enemies in New Vegas are actually a threat, unlike fucking Fallout 3.
All three enemies are made of. I don't know what they're made of, but
They're
they
made
just
of
never
tissue
fucking die.
paper, and they have the brains of baby chinchillas.
No, they never die, man.
What about? They're bullet
They're
sponges,
really,
but they
really-
go down quickly.
Yeah.
They're
No, they
not
don't.
hard to kill.
Fallout 3 damage numbers are so deflated, and HP is so inflated that nothing ever dies. Like, especially robots. Have you tried fighting robots in Fallout 3?
Yeah, robots
They
are a
just
pain
don't die.
in the ass. I'll give you that.
Even the early game raiders take like 5 shots to kill, which just doesn't even make sense.
Wait. With VATS? I was basically just abusing VATS headshots because aiming in that game is a pain without iron sights. It just feels
Yeah, I mean,
off.
VATS doesn't give a damage boost, so
Yeah, but you get guaranteed headshot. Like, well, I mean, guaranteed quotations. You get a chance one. Does a lot more damage.
in VATS with
Yeah.
10mm to kill raiders, which is way too much.
And then if you find a hunting rifle early on, you just try to bonk everything on the head.
The hunting rifle was so funny because it got like promoted in New Vegas. It's the exact same weapon, except instead of using tiny dinky baby bullets, it uses 308s.
Yeah, it goes burr.
It's so good in New Vegas. I don't know why the sniper rifle even exists, because you're never going to use it.
The 50 cal?
No, the regular sniper rifle.
Oh, yeah. The 50 cal goes burr as well.
It feels such a useless niche of being faster but weaker than the hunting rifle with the same ammo type, which is a really fucking expensive ammo type,
Yeah.
which is dumb.
Personally, I prefer the Garand from the Gunrunners expansion over both of them. Because it's a perfect
Oh,
middle
battle
ground.
rifle.
Yeah, the battle
Or you
rifle.
could just use this machine. You could just use this machine from the base game.
Oh, yeah, true.
This machine's bugged though.
What?
Like the way you obtain it is wrong.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's supposed to only be obtained if you side with Lyle Revis, but for some reason it's obtained if you don't side with Lyle Revis, which is weird.
New Vegas moment.
So you can just like not get this machine if you follow the intended quest line to get this machine, which is really annoying.
That's really funny, actually.
There's tons of other weapons that are like a pain in the ass to obtain for unintentional reasons.
Yeah.
Like what was it? The Tesla beaten prototype. Because enemies can steal it before you get it.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Could you imagine that? Just finding a unique weapon, but the enemy has already got to it.
That would make an interesting quest line, actually.
The Tesla beaten uses up ammo and its own durability so fast that when an enemy had stolen it and used it on me for a second, it was already almost fucking broken. So that was lovely.
Well, crafting weapon repair kits in New Vegas is pretty easy.
Yeah.
The New Vegas speedrun was just beaten 3 days ago by 3 minutes.
Let's go.
Which one?
New Vegas is insane. The speedrun.
Just the main quest.
Oh, so any percent?
Yeah,
I was hoping it was the almighty sex percent.
6% is so much fun. So in 6%, you.
What the hell is sex percent?
So let me give you the quick funny rundown of 6%. In 6%,
You get laid and you win.
no, it's more than that. So in 6%,
It's more than that.
yeah. So in 6%, you grab a bunch of eggs, you fill yourself with eggs, and then you go through gender transition and fuck 4 different people. That's 6%.
Oh yeah, you need to do like a no clip thing so you can get their character rebuild menu
Yep.
or whatever.
You have to do time stop, and then so you have sex with 3 people, and then you do time stop in order to grab a bunch of eggs. You fill yourself with eggs, and then you become a girl.
Yeah, you need to activate the "Are you sure you want to continue?" menu.
Yeah, and then in the same, like, I think it's a 4 or 5 frame window, you have to open the Pip-Boy, and then time stops, and you start moving. It's a really weird glitch, but it's really dope. Also, it causes the game to bug out and not load properly, so you just walk through, like, mostly empty wastelands with, like, placeholder textures.
It's fun. It's fun.
You become Dio, then you get laid, grab eggs, become girl, then get laid again. That is 6%.
Yeah, and you need to grab the eggs to romance Lucy Thorne or whatever her name is.
Yeah, in the fighting
In
the arena or whatever it is. That quest sucks.
it sure does.
Damn.
Really
At least
sucks.
normally.
Yeah.
It's the only reason sex percent exists, though.
Yeah.
Or is a legitimate speedrun. Because that quest is the whole speedrun.
Yeah, you just time stop and grab a bunch of eggs. He's really dope. 6% is funny. I'll send you a link to a video about it, Kutcher. By the funniest speedrunner on the market, Tomato Anus.
Tomato Anus is the #1 Fallout speedrun.
Yeah, he's fucking
That
hilarious.
is not a joke.
Yeah, he's like the best.
Speedruns are sick.
Yeah, he does this series called Speedrun Explained, where he goes through a speedrun and he like comically explains it, but you also learn a lot. So I know a lot about random games I've never played because of his videos. I also have his perception of a Wisconsin man burned into my psyche.
What? Yeah, Fallout speedrunning is fucking wild.
Yeah. He did a
Especially-
GDQ run where he played every game back to back.
Sadly, none of which in sex percent.
Yeah. Even though you could realistically do them all in 6%. Although
Could you?
Fallout 2, yeah, Fallout 1, 2, can you sex in 3?
No, I don't think you can.
So is
You
it
definitely can't in Brotherhood of Steel.
Well, yeah, I guess. But he doesn't play Brotherhood of Steel. He only plays the mainline games. in
Wow,
that
what a
in that run.
pussy.
Yeah,
I'm guessing is this category all sleeping partners?
Yeah, in New Vegas, 6%.
24 minutes. That dude you were talking about, Tomato Anus. 24,
you
28
have to
minutes.
do a lot. You have to
Yeah.
walk a lot. It's actually like it's almost as long as the main quest speedrun, I think, or maybe longer at this point.
No, it's
You have to do
almost twice as long.
Yeah, because the main quest. I forgot they learned how to fly.
Yeah, you have to do reload glitching to do a decent main quest run nowadays.
Yeah, you have to literally fly. You have to do not just reload dashing, but reload flying or whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm. Basically, you can perpetually start and stop reloading a 357 revolver, and it'll make you fly. As long as you have a broken leg.
At first, it only made you dash.
Mm-hmm.
But now, it just goes... You go brr... You become a jet, basically. And that's when I stopped being interested.
Hilarious.
That's when I stopped being interested in New Vegas speedruns. Because...
Like, that's fair, but also it's fucking hilarious.
It's super cool. I really like it. I just stopped enjoying, like... Specifically doing them, but also watching them for the most part. Because it took the speedrun in the direction I didn't enjoy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. Like,
Could
really,
you imagine if other speedruns were like that, by the way?
What's up?
Could you imagine if other speedruns were like that, by the way, where you just fly throughout the entire game?
Watch Titanfall 2. You just basically just fly using movement mechanics. It's insane. You don't literally fly like you do in New Vegas, but you move so fast and spend so much time in the air, you might as well be flying.
Have you ever seen, like, proper movement in a Ratchet and Clank speedrun?
I've never seen a Ratchet and Clank speedrun.
Yeah, I've never watched one either. That's interesting.
Because, like, in 2 and 3 especially, it's just a ton of clip through wall, fly, clip through wall, bounce off surface, fly. Which is why, the world record speedrun of a game that takes, like, 10 hours to beat is, like, 2 hours. Despite the fact that the game is super solid and it's pretty much impossible to sequence break.
So you said.
You can't sequence break, but you can fly.
You can fly. So true.
There's like one sequence break in Ratchet and Clank speedrunning that I know of, and that's in 2, where you have to glitch out a cutscene and get behind one of the endgame bosses.
What the fuck?
I will be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay. I feel like I'm going to sneeze.
That's unfortunate.
But
You feel like what?
I said I feel like I'm going to sneeze.
Well, no. When I get back, do we want to talk about the thing that we were thinking about talking about?
He's on the piss mic
What the
again.
fuck were we talking about?
The tier list. We're creating a podcast tier list.
Oh, we're doing that?
Do you want to do that?
What is a PogCast tier list?
I will be right back. Contru, Derf, explain it.
Shouldn't it be the X-Mansion tier list?
In your first episode, you made a joke about making a tier list of every Fire Emblem game.
Oh, did we?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Good. I'm putting 3 houses at the top.
Fuck you.
No.
Oh.
Only Crimson Flower, though.
From fucking synth.
See, this doesn't work though, because I haven't played all of them. I've only played like half the games in the series.
You haven't played Gaiden? What?
I haven't played 2, like the second half of 3, 4, 5, 12. I guess that's it.
Holy shit.
Oh, and SOV.
Have you played Fates, all of them?
Oh no, I haven't played Fates either. So I haven't
Jesus!
Yeah! I only started playing Fire Emblem like a year or 2 ago.
I keep forgetting I'm like the only person in the community who's been playing Fire Emblem for over a decade.
I've been playing for over a decade too, yeah. But I wasn't playing like I didn't play properly until recently. I started when Radiant Dawn came out.
I started when Shadow Dragon came out, more or less.
Zoomer. I'm just kidding. Well, I started playing like when was it? I think it would have been maybe around 2017 actually. So maybe more than 2 years, but maybe even 2016. I don't know. It was around the time I started streaming, but I started as a Smash streamer and I main Roy, so I wanted to play Roy's game. That's where it started, and I got mad at that game and I stopped playing it. And then I played FE7. Then I came back to FE6 later. I love that game. Fuck FE7. Not actually though. I think it's like
I like FP7.
I like it. It's not amazing.
I
It's
think
like
putting FE7 in F tier is going to be an uphill battle then.
It's not F tier. Come on.
I wouldn't like.
I like
based
drafting
on that tier
FP7.
list. I wouldn't put it that high, but I like the game personally.
I put it like C tier.
Yeah, I think it's like a C tier game.
I think Windsweep misheard me because I said F tier.
Yeah. No, when
I
saying,
wouldn't
like,
put it in F tier.
He's saying like he wouldn't put it very high, but it's not F tier.
Also, Coucher, we can make up for your lack of experience because I've played almost every game in the franchise. I lied. I have started every game, but I haven't finished every game. Like I haven't
finished every game.
I've only beat Conquest Fates, Fates Conquest, and I haven't beat. Gaiden, original Gaiden. I also haven't beat SOV either, so. Just because I stopped enjoying myself. What else?
Well,
I haven't finished FE1.
I've got...
And I haven't finished Warriors. And I haven't played TMS yet.
Warriors doesn't fucking count.
We're not doing spin-offs.
I actually want to play TMS because I have most of the music in a playlist and it's really good.
Okay.
Dude, I want to play it too.
I have a Wii U now. I can play TMS.
No,
I can play
get it on the
TMS,
Switch.
which... Okay, but I can play the version with the vagina bones.
Yeah, that's the one I want to play too.
They removed her vagina bone.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I was gonna buy it, and then I
That's an
realized.
old-ass image.
It's like 5 years now, yeah?
Yeah, and that's about the English version. Not...
I thought it was about the Switch version.
No! It's from before the Switch came out.
It's from the Wii U version.
It's about the English version.
I will emulate it with a patch. I must play the vagina bones.
The patch that adds the vagina bones back. Nothing else.
Alright, here we go. Share my screen. Alright,
Oh, no, is it
for the tier list maker.
Is it time?
Yep, I should probably close out of these just in case I accidentally click something.
Okay, let's just get it out of the way. I think all of us agree that FE6 is S tier.
Yeah.
Or at least way up there.
My personal argument is... Hold up.
I need to full screen this shit. I can't see anything.
I knew you were gonna do this.
What?
Gonna put a tier in between FE6.
Yeah, I think so if we want to go off of my personal beliefs, it's this. Top 3.
I haven't played 3s yet.
I'm fine with
I don't
that.
agree. I don't agree.
Alright, let me hear you dissent.
Alright.
Is it dissent
Thracia?
against Thracia or 11?
Radiance is like A tier at best. Probably B tier.
Why don't you like Thracia?
It just goes
I
S8
do.
and then D.
You really don't. I really like Thracia.
Another D.
Nuts, do you know what an A tier game is?
I know what an
A tier
A-tier
is
game is, but I think Thracia is the second best designed game in the franchise. Behind only FE6.
I think
I also feel like it was an accident, just like FE6.
half of the chapters in FE5 definitely disagree with you. Because they're bad. Yeah, they're easy to cheese, but they're bad. Like, FE6 also has bad chapters, but there's less of them.
FE6 has bad guidance.
Yeah, you can cheese the Thracia bad chapters, but that doesn't make up for them being bad.
FE6
I also think
has
Thracia's good
lots of
chapters
decay.
more than make up
True.
for it.
Okay, so FE6 is like it has bad guidance, and then it has the Ilias K ramp split, which both sides are bad. That's pretty
I'm
much it.
fine with
Okay.
I'm fine with putting Thracia in A, honestly. Like I love Thracia, but I'm fine with it being A.
Shadow Dragon's S. Let's stay in
Yeah,
an
yeah.
S.
Shadow Dragon's amazing.
Yeah,
I love
Um,
Shadow
Radiant
Dragon, yeah.
Alright, boys.
No.
Radiant Dawn.
Radiant Dawn is
Radiant
put
Dawn's
A.
great.
it is
put it in A.
it is a hot mess.
No.
I put
Radiant
it in
Dawn's
A.
good.
I think Radiant Dawn is as good as Thracia. I think if we're gonna keep Thracia in A, I feel like Thracia is a gatekeeper for the exceptionally good games. I feel like
I
Radiant
think
Dawn
Radiant-
is a B at most.
Radiant Dawn is B tier. It's a hot mess. This is a very
Yeah.
enjoyable
The
hot mess,
beginning,
but it's a
the
hot mess.
beginning of Radiant Dawn is really good. Everything after that.
The only bad part is part 4 before the tower. That's it.
I don't like the tower either. I think the tower sucks dick.
So-
The tower's
I don't think the
great.
tower's
What do you
not
mean?
good.
Tower's so much
Part
fun.
3 drags.
Part 3 is alright. Okay, here it is, okay? Part
If
1,
part 3 had more
great.
Dawn
Part
Brigade
1
chapters,
is
yeah.
great. Part 2, kind of
Well,
sleeper. Part
Part
3
2's
is
not
like
great.
solid. And then
Part
Part 4
3
is
drags.
atrocious, yeah. Part 4 is
Part
atrocious.
4's ass.
Tower's
And
great.
Tower-
Tower is good aside
mediocre.
from one
Tower-
survives and the
Tower's
swamp map.
fantastic.
I don't
love
like Tower.
Why don't you like Tower?
It's just boring.
Ow!
It's
So
not
I like
much
fun.
fun. It's like one of the best
I
end
really
games
like
in
Tower.
Fire Emblem.
I think it's a good showcase of your endgame abilities, which is fucking rare.
The
Tower's
last
good.
one's just, oh, go kill the dragon. This is like, no. You don't kill the dragon until chapter 3 of the end, but it's not the very end.
Yeah, I just don't enjoy
Kill the
Tower.
dragon
I
with
also don't like
Fiona.
Route. Probably why I don't like the Tower, and a lot of the Tower chapters are Route, or just the first two are.
Yeah.
Part 3, I think some of the Grail
There's
Mercenary
literally-
chapters are kind of boring.
No.
The first one,
Yeah, I
the first
agree. I
two
said
are-
part
the
3
first-
drags.
the first two are Route, and then it's kill
No,
Black Knight, then it's
No,
killed
it's-
against you. Right?
it's literally just the first one.
Oh, I might
It's
be
just the
missing
first
it.
one's route, and then it's kill Black Knight, kill the Degensi, kill Sephiroth, kill Shara.
The Sephiroth chapter also
Yeah.
sucks.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
I don't like the Sephiroth.
It does.
Dude, it's such a
really bad.
dope chapter. You just one turn it.
It doesn't make it good.
That- No, it does not
You
make
can
it
one
good.
turn chapter
Radiant-
14. You can one turn chapter 14x in FE6. That doesn't make it good.
14.
I think we agree fundamentally.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Maybe,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think we fundamentally agree that it's a B tier game.
I
We
think
just can't
it's
agree
good.
on why.
I think it's A tier.
I think it's A tier also.
So we're split down the middle.
So it's either the
Coin
top
toss.
or the bottom.
Tails,
Flip.
tails. You
Get
shit.
fucked,
Fuck
B-tier
you.
scrubs.
What?
B tier boys. B tier boys.
What? I literally said tails.
said
dumbass.
tails.
Wait, is this Tails?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Woo!
What?
You can't
No,
just,
put
no,
it
you
in
have
A
to do
tier,
one
you
final
fucking
flip.
loser.
You gotta do one final flip.
Alright,
Hey, guys,
Two out of
we
three,
got
two out of three,
Tails.
two out of three. It's a set, it's a set.
Cringe.
Get fucked.
Cringe. We won in
Hey,
the
whatever.
first place. You're a bitch. It's A
So-
tier, you
Oh, the
bitch.
FE12 next, right? FE12 next, right? FE12's A tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put an A tier
I
on
have
final
no
flip.
comment.
Above
I have
third.
not played it.
I don't.
Above
Do we want to order them?
Yes.
Okay. I'm fine with putting FE12 above Thrace, yeah.
It's above Thracia, just not by much.
I'm not arguing on this.
Awakening is fucking B tier. It's a hot mess just like Radiant Dawn.
I'd put it
I
in
hate this
D.
game. I hate this game so
B?
I
much.
fucking hate the game too.
I've been unkind to Awakening before, but I've realized that I actually just think it's fun and stupid.
I think
don't
it's like
enjoy
a D tier
single map
game.
in this game.
It's not F.
It's like
Because you can skip enemy
It's
phase.
definitely-
So
I'd
it's
put
better
it
than
in
Path
D
of
tier.
Radiance. It's better than Path of
it's
Radiance
like C tier
because you can
at worst.
skip you can
It's
skip the
just
shitty enemy phases.
full of it's full of stupid fun. It's C tier at worst.
No, it's full of stupid. None of it is fun. If it was my personal list, it would be F tier. It is.
I'd put it in
I-
D if it was my personal list.
I think D. Yeah.
I think. Okay, so
D. I think D is like the middle ground here. One person says F, one person says B, and two people are saying D. I think that
Yeah, I think-
I'm
is
fine
that
with
fair?
that.
Alright.
literally.
As long as it ends up above Birthright. Birthright's fucking E, maybe F. It's really bad.
You want to just
There's
leave
nothing good about
that are
Birthright.
physically painful to play.
Yeah, Path of
So that would be
Radiance.
Gaiden and Path of Radiance.
Yeah. oh, and SOV.
No, SOV is not that bad. SOV is D tier.
What are you doing?
Let's be
Put
real.
Path of Radiance in F, you weirdo.
We'll talk about that when we get to
Okay,
it.
no.
I think
Path
SOV
of Radiance is horrible.
What is this order you're going in?
SOV is D tier. It's not awful. It's just not good.
No, Gaiden's better because at least you can skip every map.
Gaiden's better because you have Warp, and it's more fun
I
to play.
put Awakening over SOV.
Yeah, Awakening is definitely better than SOV. Birthright's also
Yes,
better than
Awakening- No, Birthright isn't better than SOV. In terms of
SOV.
pure
Birthright doesn't
gameplay,
hurt my,
in terms of pure
Birthright
gameplay,
doesn't
it's
hurt my
pretty
soul to play.
good. SOV is a better package because Birthright is fucking.
Honestly,
stupid.
I would put Birthright SOV both in D tier. Behind Awakening.
I'm fine with
That's
putting
fair.
at most. I'm at most fine with putting SOV here.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
I just
I'm
don't
fine with
better
all that.
too. I think Gaiden's better.
No, Gaiden is not better than SOV in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, but like, if every
Gaiden-
map,
Have you-
oh hold on, if you can skip every map, then if the maps are just as shitty, but
They
one
are
game
good.
lets you skip all of them,
Have
why
you
isn't that the
played
better game?
There's a lot more
Gaiden
things
maps
in
that were
SOV.
cut in SOV?
Yeah, there are cut maps and some new maps in SOV. The new maps in SOV aren't as terrible. Some of the
The
random
cut
counter
maps are
The cut
so
maps are
fucking
so
bad.
Yeah, the
They are
cut maps,
unplayable.
they're really bad.
Like the wall map
Oh god.
in Doom Tower, it's so bad. The one with the fucking infinite Draco zombies, it's so bad.
Yeah, there's a chapter where there's just three pillars or whatever, or I guess like 3 hallways, and Draco zombies just keep spawning.
It's so bad. Like every
really
cut
bad.
map from Gaiden into SOV is so unplayable.
Now,
There's no way you could say SOV is worse.
one of the
because
reasons I hate
Gaiden
SOV,
has all of those maps.
one of the reasons I hate SOV so much more than Gaiden is because it didn't cut every map. Because they had, 20-something years of hindsight, and they still left in so much garbage. All of these games came out before SOV. All of these great games, and they had so much time to learn how to make good maps. And
I can
then,
appreciate
Yeah,
that.
but also their okay, but their biggest game, their highest selling game at the time, Awakening has fucking dog shit map design. So
Yeah, it's got-
It has Gaiden maps in it, man.
yeah, it literally just has Gaiden maps. Like,
yeah.
almost
So
one
do you
for
really think that's a bad excuse?
you know what? Good point.
No.
I think you're just. I think you
Awakening
gotta move
D tier.
SOV up one.
SOV D tier right below Awakening. I'm fine with Gaiden in E, honestly.
Alright.
As long as Path of Radiance remains F, I'm fine.
Path of
I
Radiance
personally
is-
would rather
Path
play
of Radiance
Birthright.
is better than
over
both of
SOV,
these
but-
games.
Oh, hell no.
Path of Radiance
Path
is
of Radiance
these
has a
games.
couple good things, but oh my god, it just takes forever. It's so tedious.
And so is
so
Gaiden!
Conquest. Gaiden's funny.
Gaiden's just as bad.
jank. Gaiden's jank. Path
Can't-
of Radiance isn't even entertaining enough to
Can't
be
warp
jank.
skip Clash.
You can in Reverse Recruitment, which actually makes Path of Radiance an S tier game.
Yeah.
Reverse Recruitment Path of Radiance, which is not on the tier list, is an S tier game.
It's a banger. Alright,
Uh,
Conquest.
Conquest is A tier, below Thracia.
I put
My
it
personal
in
pick for
B
Conquest
tier,
is- I don't
high
like this
C
game.
tier.
I think this game is just okay.
I don't like it very much either, but
Conquest is
I know
peak
why.
gameplay.
I can appreciate it.
I know why people like it. I just don't. I don't enjoy like the Fates formula at all. I don't think it's fun. I think the end of the game is down here. Like Conquest endgame is just boring. Even with people tell me Shura makes it better, and even with Shura, it's still not fun. It's just not interesting to play.
Conquest late game
There's my
is,
favorite character, but I just don't like Fate's
at
character
least
very
B
much.
tier.
I have. No
I think
say.
we're willing to put it. In,
I'm fine
I'd
with
be willing to put
it
it
going in B tier.
below Radiant Dawn. I think the beginning of
Revelation.
Conquest is like up here. I think it's like a solid A tier, but I think post like I don't know, the first 6 or 7 chapters, it's like in this area somewhere. It's like almost awakening levels of bad.
There's a drop in quality after the Black Pillar. And yeah, I agree with that. Rev is C tier. Rev is the second best 3DS game.
I hate this game a lot, but
I agree with that.
Rev is fun, man. It's just fun. It's really objectively not a good game, but it's fun.
But I did have fun playing it.
It's not the kind of Fire Emblem experience I like, but for the people who like it, like this more sandboxy, open design, like you can make whatever, do whatever. I see why people like it, so that's why we're putting it in C. Personally, it's down here with Awakening and the rest of the 3DS games that aren't Conquest. It's an F tier game, but I'm fine with putting it in C tier.
Boy.
Yeah. So Three Houses, right?
Bad game. No.
I'm gonna wait out everyone else's opinions on this one.
Down.
Okay, so my personal opinion,
it's
I think
E-tier
it's
at
right.
best.
I'd put it at the top of C tier.
I think it's better than Awakening. Actually,
C?
no. Actually,
Did you
I think
say
it's better than
C?
Rev.
No.
I think it's better than Rev.
God, the game's terrible. I fucking hate Three Houses.
Yeah, but if we're comparing it to what's already on,
Honestly, I think I would put it at the bottom of B tier, but I think I'm being kind of fair with putting it in the top.
On
of C.
my personal tier list with like 3DS Emblem and F, it would be in like E or D. But on this tier list,
yeah. But listen. Look at what you're doing. Look at what you're ranking. Look at everything else that's on here. Look at everything we need to play still. You really think Three Houses is a C tier? God.
Three Houses is worse than Rev.
Yeah,
I'm not budging on that one.
They're
They're both really stupid, but Rev is so much easier to play because it doesn't make you waste your fucking time.
I hate both games personally. I like Three Houses more, but I'm willing to accept that.
I think Three Houses is just really boring. I don't like that it just lets you do everything you want to do. It's so cringe.
I'm willing to. I think
Also,
Three
the
Houses
monastery.
is like,
The monastery is a huge portion of the game. The monastery makes it like the monastery as a section is like an F tier game if you don't include like, you know what? Yeah, it's got the cool Fire Emblem mechanics. I kind of like the skill or not the skills. I fucking hate skills, but like, what's it called?
Gambits.
Gambits are neat. But I was thinking more like the combat
I hope
arts.
they come
That's
back.
the one.
I like Gambits. Gambits are cool.
Gambits are
Gambits
neat.
are
Combat
dope.
arts are neat. But like,
I think Three Houses mechanically is pretty okay.
everything
just the
else
monastery
about it
sucks.
sucks.
Ass.
Monastery sucks, and the whole like just learning skills is cringe. It's
The presentation is not good.
The game
Everything
looks like
surrounding the actual gameplay is not good.
I think the gameplay's the worst part.
The maps suck.
Other than Gambits and combat arts, the maps are terrible. I hate the way classes work in this game. I much prefer the rigid style of classes. It's one reason I don't like 3DS Emblem. I don't like reclassing. I think it's like outside of DS Emblem, because reclassing is thought about. It feels like they put thought into reclassing.
I adore Fate's reclassing, and I hope it ends up in remakes in the future because it's
I know
just fucking
why people like Fate's reclassing, and I see the merits to it. It's just not why I like Fire Emblem personally, and it's one of the reasons I didn't like DSFE when I first played it. I thought these games were like down here, garbo, because of reclassing. But after playing them more and more and coming to realize, wow, reclassing is really fun. And then I tried to do it again with Conquest and get into reclassing. Couldn't do it. I hated it so much.
I think Three Houses below F tier is a little harsh.
I'm just making fun of the monastery. This is just the monastery.
I agree the monastery is really bad, but I still think low C or high D, like right around the same range as Rev and Awakening, is probably.
I'm fine with putting it above Awakening.
Fair.
Yeah.
I
It's
will
worse than Rev.
compromise on
I think
that.
it's probably comparable to Awakening.
Yeah, like these could go. It could go like this or like this. Either way.
Definitely worse than Rev,
You know
better
what?
than like
I think
Untitled
Awakening's better than it.
like
Yeah, I'm
Guide.
putting Awakening above it because Awakening has more characters that are hot. Also, it looks better.
I don't think it
FE1.
looks better. Oh, I love FE1.
FE1.
Awakening.
FE1
is
FE1 is actually so much fun.
We'll do this one last. I want to do FE1 last. We should do the first.
Okay.
Sure, we'll do it last.
FE3.
Okay.
Right here.
FE3 is C
I
tier.
love this game.
FE3
I think it's pretty
C
good
tier.
so far. I'm only about halfway through, but I think it's a very fun game.
I
Put it at the bottom of D or the top of C.
Book okay, book 2 is bad. Like, just straight bad.
I love book 2.
No, I disagree.
No.
Like that, I just started with book 2. I didn't play book 1 because it's just after
Chapter
one.
2,
I like book 1 too.
Chapter 2 is not good. Chapter 3 is not good. Chapter 4 is not good. Chapter 5 is not good. Chapter 10 is not good. Chapter 11 is not good. Chapter 12 is really bad. Late game is mostly not good. FE3 has some really, really bad maps, and it's not flexible enough to be all that replayable either.
I'm at most fine with putting it in C.
C or end of B? That's where I put it.
Yeah,
I agree with C tier.
I think the game is, for some reason, yeah, a lot of maps in this game suck, but for some reason, this game's just really fun to play. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
I'd be fine with above Rev, but I don't think it's above Rev, personally.
I see it above Rev. Smile.
I agree with C tier, but I think it's below Rev.
I think these are completely interchangeable. I'm fine with putting them like this or this.
Yeah, doesn't matter to me.
I'll Rev above it.
So next up is Path of Radiance, which is, I think, the only F tier. Or, at the very least...
I'd throw it in D.
Personally,
On this tier list, I'd throw it in D.
D? No.
Here's my hot take. I like this
D
game.
is way too high.
I like
It has
this game.
some cool mechanics. It introduced foraging. It has good supports mechanically and in terms of
I
writing.
think BXP is a really good mechanic too, but
BXP's fun.
Yeah,
I
let's
like
play
equipable
Path of
items like the Night Ward a lot.
So
but-
this game also has
Man,
amazing
it's so...
character writing, and it has a couple really, really good maps.
I think like Path of Radiance, if I was going solely off of gameplay, is on the same level as Gaiden. Maybe worse.
I can't speak about Path of Radiance from how it's meant to be played. I can only talk about Path of Radiance how I've played it. And how I've played it is Maniac mode 5 times to 6 times speed. And honestly, that's like up here. That's like real good shit.
yeah, but see,
Maniac-
that's the thing. You can't rate a
That's
game
all,
based
yeah.
on like external factors. You can't
You
rate
can't
the
be
game
like,
based on the
emulator
fact that
speed up makes it
yeah,
playable.
yeah,
That's
you
obscene.
can't do that.
This is
I played this
This
game
is like-
4 times
think-
on original hardware. It's ass. It's horrible.
That's why.
reevaluating Path of Radiance. I don't think it's F tier. I think it's D tier. I think it's around the same range
I
as
think
SOV
it's
actually.
more.
Because I think it's most similar to SOV.
It's worse
And
than
that I
it's
don't
worse.
want to play it ever again. But I understand that it's a very well-written game with some pretty nice presentation.
Yeah, I'd go D tier.
Fun fact: our English translation of this game, from what I understand, so we have the easy
That's
mode.
Radiant Dawn. That's Radiant Dawn.
Is it Radiant Dawn that has the easy mode translation?
Yeah,
Okay.
Radiant Dawn has 3 different scripts for easy, normal, and hard mode in Japan, and we only got the easy mode one.
I
Path
thought
of
it
Radiance
was,
does not have a different script,
okay.
aside from the Berserk Ashnard fight,
Okay. So it's Radiant
which
Dawn.
is only on hard mode and Maniac mode. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I read
Radiant
about this the script change like 2 years ago, so I couldn't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not
I think-
budging.
Dawn. FE4 is
Down here or here. It's in this area. It's not fun.
No.
This game is atrocious to play. If we
no.
talk about speed up like like Path of Radiance has, both games are like up here. Because that is these games are atrocious to play.
FE4 is like significant though. I care about FE4. It's C tier. FE4 has something going for it. It's
I'm
like
willing
Path
to
of Radiance is a
most-
random. Path of Radiance is a random mid-series game that's incredibly tedious. FE4 is an ambitious statement that happens to be incredibly tedious.
Yeah, so is Gaiden though, so who cares?
No.
Gaiden was
I think if you're
Gaiden was
taking off,
extremely ambitious. They tried to take a brand new series in a brand new direction and create something wholly unique, and it was terrible. FE4 did the same thing.
if you're knocking off points on Path of Radiance, you have to knock off points on this one too.
Yeah, this game I think is more tedious than Path of Radiance because I spend more
See,
time
there's
on
a difference.
phase. I can walk
There's a
away
difference.
and read a book during Path of Radiance. I can't do that during FE4 half the time.
Have you played any other strategy RPG? They're all as slow as FE4 and Path of Radiance.
Yeah, that's why they're not fun. That's why I don't play them very often.
Yeah, that's why Fire Emblem's better.
That's what Fire
But no,
yeah.
that's a pretty bad argument. But FE4, I think, is like long game enough that it kind of works.
I'm fine where it's
Radiance is
sitting
a
right
normal
now.
Fire Emblem game that's really tedious.
I haven't played
FE4 is about,
FE4, but
long-term
I've been
planning.
watching someone play it, and it looks not fun.
The worst
It's
part about
fun
this
to
game-
play
The
with speed
absolute
up.
worst part about this game is the amount of time you spend in player phase. If it was like Path of Radiance and enemy phase, and I could just look away and do something else and not have to devote my time to it, it's like commercials. It sucks, but whatever, I can deal with it. FE4, I can't. I have to do stuff on player phase. Player phase is so long in this game. Especially the first 20 minutes of every chapter where you're doing the arena, you're repairing your weapons,
Arenas
you're
for
doing
bitches.
conversations. Yeah, but if you're doing ranked runs, and
The
you're
arena
trying
is
to get
basically
certain characters-
mandatory in FE4.
Yeah,
Cringe.
it actually
Uh,
is.
It's the money.
that's-
You need the money.
Yeah, the money is so
Yeah,
important.
also the arena isn't like later games. It's just 7 consecutive matches
Yeah.
per chapter.
And if you lose them, you just have 1 HP when you go back, and you can re-challenge it infinitely. You can also do funny miracle strats, where you have almost
Yeah.
100 avoid.
Although you need to get knocked into low HP naturally.
Well, you can do it in the arena and just quit out and then go back in, right?
No.
Oh, you have to do it
If you get
outside.
knocked down to 1 HP from failing the arena, it doesn't put you into
Well, no,
wrath
you can quit the
or
arena.
miracle range.
Because you can just take half your life, quit the arena, and come back and have miracle procking.
Yes, but I'm saying if you lose, you can't do that. Because if you
Yeah.
lose in the arena, then it like red flags you for those skills for some reason.
Yeah, but if you just quit, if you quit out, it's not counted as a loss.
Yeah.
So you can
I
still
think
pop
FE4
wrath and miracle. It's fucked up. It's great.
I think I kind of agree with FE4 and D tier now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
That's
this
fine.
game is atrocious to play.
Low Awakening, because Awakening lets you skip player phase, or enemy phase.
I think FE4 is just engaging enough that it's better than Awakening.
I think it's better than
FE7
Awakening.
is FE7. It's our next
FE7?
game, and it is F tier.
No.
It is hard F tier. It is
No.
the worst game in the series.
No, that's just
Nothing
that's
about it is
objective,
enjoyable.
just
It's
wrong.
not worse than Gaiden. It's not worse than Gaiden.
Or Path of
Okay, I'd put
Nothing about it is
FE7
enjoyable.
It's top C tier or
Anyway.
bottom B. It's not a bad
Oh
game.
hell no!
Yes.
It is not better than Rev. It's just
Yeah,
as
it
dumb,
is.
but nowhere near as fun.
right there is where I'd put it, or I'd put it.
Fine right here.
Really?
Because
Bottom of C?
I'd put it right
No.
there, or I'd put it after FE4.
So, Kotcher.
It's after FE4. There's
No.
no way you can put FE7.
How much of a game's fun do we account to the game, and how much do we account to drafting? Because drafting this game is fun. Playing this game is not.
What do you mean?
FE4 is like
You
A
can
tier.
play the game.
FE4
when you're
is like-
drafting it. What the fuck?
FE4 is like A tier if you count randomizers. So no,
Well, drafting
you
is a
can't
little
count
different
external
because
factors.
You don't need an external factor to draft.
Yes, you do.
You can.
That's called the
Well-
draft. The draft itself is the external factor.
Oh, no,
Either
you don't
way,
have to-
FE7, no matter, like, okay, you're saying that, you're saying...
You don't have to modify the
gosh.
game.
No, you
So-
don't. But that's not what...
Yeah, you can still draft units. You could say, I'm going to use these specific individual units in
Yeah.
a single player run.
Yeah, that's
That's
fine.
not.
That's called
that's
playing
just
the
a-
game how you want.
Yeah.
Of course
I'm
you
saying, do
fucking
we
factor that
actually
into
do
the
that?
game. If you have fun playing the game a specific way, like, if I have fun, I want to use my funny units, then fucking use them. That shouldn't say, like, yeah, obviously
Factor
that
uses
counts for
Nino.
something. I don't. I hate Nino so much. But, like, damn, bro.
FE7. I'm gonna bring back a point from earlier when we were talking about Thracia. FE7 has the worst average map quality in the entire franchise.
Nah.
No,
It has
no. Guidance or
Night of
Gaiden.
Farewells, Battle Before Dawn, Hellflower.
Well, you don't have to do
Contest.
Night of Farewells, I guess, but yeah, it's
So
stupid.
It
Night of
has-
Farewells is the Sonya chapter, right?
Pellflower is the Jeremy chapter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hellflower is
Literally-
Kenneth,
Oh, fuck
yeah,
Hellflower.
then
I
Go to
hate
the
that
other
so
one,
much.
Fivehead.
The Kenneth one is fine.
Yeah, the Kenneth one's actually. I actually
Not.
like that chapter. No,
It's
I love
not.
it. I
It
really like
starts
that
you
chapter.
in snow and you have purge tomes everywhere. It's fucking horrible.
You,
It's
there's
not as bad.
One
It's still
tome.
bad.
There's one purge. On
I've been
Hector
nuked by it
Hard,
too many times to think of it as
On-
one purge.
on Hector Hard, there's one purge, and you can reach the top at the same turn it starts snowing. Hell, I did it the same turn with drafted units, With full units, you can probably reach it the turn before it starts snowing. You can get a chapter in like 4 turns, and it's really fun to do.
Mm.
It's really fun to LTC that chapter because there's a lot to
skip
do.
part.
Well, yeah, but that's the fun trade-off.
No,
Now you have to play the whole game,
or
you
you
have to
just
play Harkin.
wait for Harkin.
Yeah, but then the chapter's not as fun then, because then you have to clear out purge stones and stuff. You have to kill the dragons up top.
Dragons?
I think Harkin.
What are you talking about?
There's wyverns at the top. The top right.
Wyverns.
Or top left.
Top right.
Top left. I said right on accident.
FE7 is above Path of Radiance easily. So
Easily.
Okay.
I actually think Path of Radiance has better map quality than FE7.
I disagree.
Path of Radiance,
Path of Radiance is just open
does.
fields. That's just don't
Path
even.
of Radiance has better maps because it
Path
doesn't
of
have-
Radiance and Awakening are both just like, haha, open map. And the higher the
But remember-
difficulty, the more enemies there are. And that's it.
For real, Path of Radiance's few good maps definitely outdo FE7's few good maps, and majority of either bad gimmick rev maps or just completely average nothing maps.
Like, FE7 has a lot of gimmick maps and a lot of really tight maps that are just not fun. Path of Radiance, at worst, you're getting an empty field with a lot of enemies in it. With FE7, you have so many jank-ass gimmick maps that just lock you into a bullshit
There's
path.
not even that many, like, gimmicks.
There's Genesis, there's Night of Farewells,
Genesis,
there's
Night of Farewells, Slog of
Pale
Destiny,
Fire of Darkness.
there's Pale Fire of Darkness, Battle Before Dawn, there's the
False
Pirate
Friends.
chapter, there's the...
And what makes them gimmicky?
The fact
The
that,
Pirate Chapter is literally a gimmick because you're
Yeah, the
supposed to
Pirate
fly
Chapter-
around the
yeah.
outside. False Friends is the introduction to weather, and it's terrible because it's a weather route.
False friends.
So is Pale Fire of Darkness Germ.
Oh, is that the Eric map? False friends?
yeah.
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 Okay, yeah.
Then you have the chapter on the Dread Isle with the anti-magic barrier with Kashuna. Every chapter with Kashuna is a gimmick. And then
Except for
you
the
have
final
Those
one
are
where
all
it's like
fucking
50 berserkers
side
in a row.
chapters.
Yeah.
I think the first Kashuna map is just fine.
I hate it. It's so bad.
I don't know, you're just going down there and then you
Yeah,
can destroy
it's
the
boring.
boss
You
down
just,
there.
you just go through a U shape, or if your Pegasus are really good, you just fly the Pegasus at them. It's
also-
no brain. It's dumb.
It
and
is
the boss is a pain
a
in the
map
dick
with-
because he unequips his weapon. It doesn't get weighed down.
It is a nothing map with a mildly annoying gimmick, which is most of FE7. Like Unfulfilled Heart, which is unintentionally kind of good.
It is like a
also
nothing map,
really
but I
bad.
wouldn't say it's like bad. I say it's just average.
Unfulfilled
nothing-
Heart has one unintentionally good trait,
The Vita
and
chapter.
that is the fact that it forces you to deploy Lyn and Elowood, which makes it much harder. In a good way.
They could have made this even harder
Really
if the
jank
wyverns
shit to
weren't
keep them
stupid.
alive.
Pen can just wipe out the first couple of wyverns on the left, and then Hector can deal with the mage and armor knight, and then they're safe the whole chapter.
Because the wyverns don't come at you for some reason. So that's
Yeah,
stupid.
literally turn 1, you can make them safe for the whole chapter. I think it's more interesting to go to the bottom and have to fight the reinforcements that are showing up there while grabbing the fucking, what is it called?
Hammer.
Yeah. I also think so in my run, I had to get Vita distracted and go to the shop during my draft race because I didn't shop before then. So that was what was interesting for me,
Wait,
having a way
before
to
you
survive
close this
Vita.
page, click edit real quick.
Oh, yeah.
It's right there in the top right.
Top right.
Just edit the page.
But yeah, I think
yeah.
FE7 on average has some of the worst maps in the series. I do agree with Guide
Trivia.
but like they're not good.
Trivia.
Name a good FE7 map real quick. Hit me with one.
Oh, chapter 3. With where the Lindis, or chapter 3 or 4, whatever, when the Lindis League rejoins you. It's a good ass chapter. Because you can do some really cool stuff in it.
The Merlinus guided.
No,
Shut
you're
up.
objectively
Chapter
wrong.
16.
Yeah, because Puzon's on it.
The reason
13X is straight ass. It's one of the most dull chapters in the entire series. If you play it wrong, you just instantly lose. And if you
Yeah,
don't,
that's
you
why
just-
when I learned how to play it right, I was so surprised.
It's so bad.
What
But no,
was
the Linux-
13X?
It's a
Merlinus.
Third next to the Merlinus
I actually
chapter.
enjoyed learning how to play that
Bad. How about
But,
Sands of Time? Sands of Time is 5 turns of really difficult combat, followed by 6 turns of sitting around waiting for nothing to happen.
Yeah. But the Lindis League chapter is great because there's so many different ways to tackle it, and you can beat it in 3 turns with Marcus, and it's fucking hype. It's just
Okay.
it was
There's
really
like
fun to
4 good
optimize.
chapters in FE7 and like 25 bad.
I also think Hector
think it's
Argo
pretty
chapter
clear.
1 is really good too, where it's just Hector and Matthew.
No.
It's okay.
I like that chapter.
No, you can lose that chapter on a hand axe miss. That's not good.
I play
You're
FE6.
feeling it
Listen,
so
I
tired.
tempt fate every day.
But yeah, I think FE7 in like D tier is acceptable. Personally, I would put it
it's
in
a C
F.
tier.
What about Dragon's
Also, we
Gate?
are currently
Dragon's Gate's
Dragon
good.
fucking sucks.
How?
No way. Dragon's Gate's a good map.
People like Dragon's Gate, but it's just bad.
How is it bad?
Because it's bad.
I don't know. I like playing Dragon's Gate.
It takes a long time, and it doesn't really
Light mode.
provide much interesting gameplay.
Light mode. Come on, man.
I don't ever use. Oh no. Oh, there we go.
The only good use.
Tag.
Send a link. Send the link to the Discord. Like
I will.
just the wiki link after you take that picture.
Did you hit save?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, FE7 not a good game.
I'm fine
believe
with putting
I
FE7 in
believe it's
D,
F
honestly.
tier. I
Reason,
believe it's
I
F
think-
tier.
I think-
Put it in D.
I think the biggest reason I like this game is for 2 reasons. I have Stockholm Syndrome because I spent so much time doing 3 draft runs, and I was drafting it, and that community aspect is really fun. I'm fine with putting it in D.
Cringe.
You could put it behind FE4 and I'd be fine with that too.
Cringe.
I agree
No.
with that.
Yeah,
Between
I think
FE4 and Awakening.
Y'all are cringe.
Between
Alright.
Awakening and Path of Radiance.
listen, I'm an apologist for
FE8
this
is
game. I'm an
FE8
apologist.
is better than FE7.
No, it
which
is
is
not.
not a high bar.
I'm
It's
an
not.
FE8
Yes, it
apologist.
is.
FE8's horrible. It's
I hate
worse.
Fire Emblem 8
It's
Now-
way worse.
so much. I put it behind Awakening.
Oh no.
That's where
I think this game
Really
is better than
disagreeable cat.
FE7 in like every regard.
FE8 has better maps on average than FE7. I don't think that's a particularly controversial take. Bad ones, there's a lot of bad ones. Every route split map on either side is bad, but it's still significantly better on average than FE7.
I think it's more fun than FE7 in general, like just playing the game.
Yeah,
No,
I don't find it fun at all.
it's not.
you have a lot more freedom in FE8.
What?
FE7, you know,
Well, technically you do.
heart
with, like,
rate gets
Yeah,
fucking.
You
working
have
paths and
the
stuff.
rock
yeah.
by everything.
You have the whole you have
You have
the really
two-
hard choice of objectively better promotion path or worse one.
You have 2 or 3.
Even Garrett
Two or
had
three
two
Literally
borderline
every
unusable
promotion
in
should just
FE8.
have a set path because there's just one objectively better one every
I'm
time.
not even talking about split promotions. I'm
Well,
talking
Kutcher,
about
Kutcher,
meme
you have
units are
one
more
good
viable.
promotion, and you have one funny promotion.
Meme units
Not
are more viable in
usually.
FE8. There's like 3 units that I
It's a funny
genuinely
promotion.
think
Yeah,
are
what's the
unusable
fun in
or
that though?
later.
What's the fun in meme units actually being like usable? Like fucking Wendy being like making Wendy good is fucking hilarious because she's terrible and she is
Yeah,
like
it is.
she shouldn't get good. Right? But like
I can tell you
loot
through
loot
experience,
is
but-
just a bad you know what? I've come to terms. Loot's a bad unit. I love loot, but loot is bad. But she's still
Loot's a
good
good
because it's
unit.
FE8. But there's no like this
Loot-
unit's just fucking terrible and can't be good kind of thing.
Loot is the best early game anno mage in all of GBA.
Yeah.
That's not a high bar.
Right?
It's not
Right,
hard.
so
Well,
you definitely get more.
okay, hold on. Actually, Urk's better. Urk's better.
Urk is not better.
No, I think
Snaps
Lou-
better, and she has Mage Knight.
I think
Loot's-
Lou
Did you
has.
say Loot's
has
bases are better than Urk's?
Yes, they are.
Her bases? No, they are not.
Yes.
Then Urk's Hector mode, not including Lin mode.
Urk doesn't get any levels from Hector mode.
That sounds very wrong.
whose stats are you going for? Loot? Okay, I'm gonna get Erk's up right now then.
Average stat? No. Base stats. Base stats.
Yeah, I gotta go back.
I hate how this game, it feels like there's no characters in the game too.
Yeah, it's got a really small cast.
What are you doing now?
Shut up.
Shut up. Base stats, loot.
I don't like any of the characters. I rarely like any of
Loot
them.
has, yeah. Okay.
There's like 6 characters in the whole game.
17 HP.
See it base? Animal?
Erk has 17 HP, 5 magic, 6 skill, 7 speed, 3 luck, 2 defense, 4 resistance, and D anima.
Wow, she is just better across the board.
Yeah.
Literally in every regard.
The fuck? I thought
She
she had
also
like
played
4
earlier.
base. I thought she had like 4 base magic. The hell?
She also
No.
doubles things at base because monsters exist and Erk doesn't.
Erk doubles soldiers, and there's a decent amount of them in his joint chapter.
That is
And
true.
armor's in the next one.
But he also can't move in his joint chapter because of rain.
Fuck Rain. But no, Loot's pretty good. This is not relevant at all, but Loot's pretty good. She literally would be one of the optimal training choices if Artur wasn't crazy good.
Well, yeah, because you have
Fun
Arthur and you have Molder, so there's already 2 guiding ring users gone.
And you
So
have
it's
what's his face? The what is his name? The Sage who joins, and you just get him to work.
Oh,
Saleh?
Saleh, yeah.
Saleh is really good.
Saleh doesn't
My hot
work.
take for the Anima mages, I think Lou's better. I think Lou's the best of them.
Lou?
I think Lou
Yeah.
is ass.
Actually,
The thing
no.
about-
Hold on.
Lou is really good. He's just not good.
Lou
long-
has the worst stats of the anime mages by far.
Yeah,
He has
he has
4
the
magic
worst
and
basis, but
16
hold on,
16 HP.
That
He also has the worst growths.
you say
Yeah,
that, but
he doesn't
also,
need to
but
be
also,
good
but
long
also.
term. He's very good in the chapters he's
Yeah,
good
he,
in. Up
he
until chapter
helps.
8.
He helps in chapter 4, and that is more than any of the other GBA mages can say for themselves.
Yeah, have you-
Lou
playing
helps
chapter
in one of the
4?
hardest chapters in the game.
Playing chapter
At
4
base.
and chapter 7 at base without Lou is so obnoxious because
Yeah.
he's the only
I
one
don't know
who can
about
do
7.
reliable. He can do reliable.
He's more
Wyvern.
in chapter 4. It's more, but 7 he can.
Yeah,
He
the
can
Wyverns
still
have,
he can still do good
two
chip against wyverns and armors and stuff. Well, like everybody.
Yeah. So
'Cause
I
he's
think
accurate.
Luke's the best anime mage, but this is not relevant in any way. FE8, right?
Lou also has.
FE8
No
is
promotion
better
now.
than FE7, and
No.
I'm not budging on that.
That's crazy.
I'm fine with
Let's-
it where it is.
I'm 100%
Maybe
fine
above
with
Rev.
doing this. Because we're
Seven's
very
better.
torn on them. I'm
Seven's
fine with
better.
putting them like
I say you flip a coin.
flip a coin for the positioning of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think it's even close
Tail-
between these two.
Tails.
FE8 is
Tails for 7.
I would put FE8 in C tier or maybe B tier on my own.
That's the 3
Yes,
whore.
FE8 above.
Why are you flipping again?
Because it's best of 3.
Suck
Oh
it,
my
dick.
fucking
Let's
god.
go! You just got 2-0'd.
Cringe.
FE8 is significantly better than FE7. It's not like an S
It's
tier
not.
game.
No.
But I would put it like 3 tiers ahead of FE7.
I think
maybe
personally, if this was my personal thing, I would put them like this, like both in C tier with FE7 at the bottom and FE8 at the top.
4. And I would put FE8 in probably high C, low B, and FE7 in fucking F.
Yeah. All right. Quick question: Are we
FE1.
evaluating this game as a game in today's current landscape or when it came out?
We're looking at this game like it's fun as fuck. Don't you dare put it below C tier.
FE1 is
FE1
not
is
good.
a very fun game. I will
FE1
not
is
tolerate the
bad game.
slander.
It is a bad game.
It's a bad
Put
game,
it
but
in-
it's a fun game.
It's in D tier too.
It is a pretty
No.
fun game.
I love FE1.
I think
I don't want to put it in D tier because our D tier is very filled out, and I think looking at this game as a product
See,
when
yeah,
it came
this is a
out,
cringe tier list. This is so bad. Everything's in D tier, dog. Come on.
I think you could
Yeah,
move
'cause
some
no
of the
one-
D tier into
because
C.
none of you
I
like
think-
anything.
No, I
I
think
think
7 and 8.
None of you like anything.
I think
We can
7
move-
I would
is
put
like highest
Everything
tier.
in D tier higher except Path of Radiance.
Oh,
Come on.
we can
And
move
F-
things
and
around at the end. This isn't, we can talk about
You
things.
could move like the top 4 in D tier into C tier, and I'd be fine with that.
My thing about FE1 is, if we look at it as a game that came out today, like if it came out like on an indie hit on Steam,
obviously it would be like terrible.
But if we look at it as a game that came out when it dropped, you know, as the first of its kind, I think it's like here. There was no basis for what.
Top of C.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Even looking at it like nowadays, even with its terrible inventory management, it's honestly the horrible UI and way it plays. It's just fun.
Yeah, the tier list is giving us the finger now. Nice.
Honestly, FE1 is better than FE7 entirely because of Hero Crest Bond 2.
True.
Katru, do you know what Hero Crest Bond 2 is?
Nope.
If you give Bantu a Hero Crest, it'll give him plus 13 or 14 defense.
Oh, I thought that was stat boosters.
And it breaks the cap.
Yeah.
You can just use it repeatedly.
Yeah, I've seen that.
9 defense.
I've seen that. I thought it was I thought that was just using stat boosters on him.
No,
it's only it's you have to use the Hero Crest on him. It will not consume it, but it will give him an insane defense boost that breaks caps.
That's pretty funny. Well, why Bantu when Marth?
Because it only works on Bantu.
Yeah, but Marth, smile.
Yeah, but Bantu.
Smile.
It's funny to see old Dragon Man getting fucking tanked by Camus.
You know, I'm thinking about something. I'm thinking double DSFE and S and moving this up to A.
Radiant Dawn. Good.
I think that's fair.
And then I kind of want to put FE1 in B tier.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I think for it, like, if you judge it for its time, sure, but like overall, I think C tier is fine.
I think this is fair the way it is.
Do you want to move Conquest to A tier and just move everything up one? Because B tier has one thing in it.
Yeah, you can do that, and then
I don't know about moving everything up one, but moving FE8 and above.
No.
Moving FE8 and above. I'm fine with that.
7 and above, you whore.
I'm fine with that.
No. We leave 7 in D tier. We leave 7 at the top of D tier. We leave 7 at the top of D tier.
You're just a hater.
it was a coin flip, though.
The tier list more filled out, and it makes it look better.
It looks good, and FE7's in D tier. I'm happy.
Cringe. FE7
Yeah,
good.
this looks aesthetically better.
So true.
No,
Oomphy.
it looks worse.
This tier list is trash. BSFE isn't on it.
No, FE8 has to be.
FE8 has to be in the same tier as 7. That's all I'm saying.
FE8 has to be in the same tier as FE fucking 4.
BSFE. Perfect.
Here we go.
Yes.
What did you do?
BSFE?
Yeah, you're right.
Alright.
It should be in the same tier.
Yep.
But what tier is that?
Honestly, I think C tier.
Yeah, because FE7, like, God.
I think
FE7 is so overhated.
3 of us. I think 3 of us agree 7 above 9. So I think this is fair.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
3 houses above SOV.
Yeah.
It's like
I think this is a good curve.
more tolerable. More tolerable. I don't like either of them. I don't like anything under FE8. Like at all.
Personally, I would put this like up here somewhere, but that's just me. I'm an apologist for this game.
I hate that game so much.
I love it so much.
So that's the final tier list, huh?
And anything glaring you guys see that we should change?
FE7.
Yeah, like up here.
Yeah. It is. It's an FE6 fan fiction.
True.
What's FE8 up there?
Wait, hold on.
No. Move FE7 back down before I smack you.
Fan fiction.
Yeah. No, that's a tier list.
Alright. This was a lot of fun, actually. I didn't think this would be as fun as it was.
Yeah.
This is more or less how it went last time, except I didn't tell anyone to eat a dick.
Unfortunate.
And no one threatened to piss in my mouth. That's also a positive.
Jesus Christ.
Alright. Hold up.
Did you send that to general chat? I'll post it along with the. I'll post it on the Twitter.
Got the piss mic ready. Open up.
Oh my god, I don't know if
This mic.
Piss
Piss
mic.
mic.
I hate him.
Alright, I'm back.
That's a quick piss.
Quick piss. We do be pissing fast.
Guilty Gear moment.
Oh, yeah. Fucking love gear. Also, VTubers.
Uh-oh. That's where we stop watching. Okay.
Oh, God. Actually, hold up.
So it is almost
I can't
5.
see this. So, this is my YouTube homepage. Just VTubers.
Yeah. And
So many of
Bismix.
them.
And Bismix.
Yeah, I fucking love Bismix.
So we're about done here then.
Yeah, what, we're 3 hours in?
Closing in
Yeah.
on 3 hours.
So
I mean, call me back if y'all ever want to record on a Monday or Tuesday afternoon again, because I can do that every time.
Yeah, we usually record Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
I can't do nights
Like
ever.
11 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to do it in the morning, though, I can do that.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm so tired. Actually, by that, I mean I'm probably not going to, because I just drank a giant cup of coffee.
Yeah, for sure.
I am not going to get some sleep.
I'm excited.
I'm going to get ready for work.
Yeah, fair. I get air conditioning up here now. It's gonna be based. Alright, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Derfle, for coming on this show. Much appreciated. Hope to have you again. And, yeah.
Oh, Monster Hunter! There we go, I got it in.
What?
Monster Hunter, I got it in.
Oh my god. X-Man! Okay. Alright. Have a good one,
Okay,
guys.